So I just want to start off as I usually always start off with podcasts. And how are we all feeling mentally? How are you feeling mentally, bro?
Confused. My time is all over the place.
Bro.
Time is a construct, but right now that construct is kicking our ass.
Yeah, it's fucking me up.
I'm glad you didn't change, bro. So how would you nuts all the way in London town? How are you feeling mentally?
Pretty good. Can't complain. I'm good.
Could you put your volume up, please, so we can hear your beautiful voice?
Yeah. How about now?
Hey, that's the one.
Oh shit,
That's
the
better.
one.
Yeah, I'm pretty
How
good,
about
man.
now?
I missed you guys. It's been a whole month, so
We were so close to each other, man.
yeah. I can feel you. I can feel your energy. I'm like, oh, they're doing stuff at the same time I'm awake. I'm like, oh shit.
Did it get warmer in the UK when Don
It did
went
get
to
a little
Europe?
bit warmer. A little tinge. Little
You
tinge
know, like,
of
Why is there
warm.
a
to
heat
be
wave?
real, I'm surprised. I am not surprised that you guys didn't meet up, bro. You could be in the same suburb, and then you wouldn't find time to hang out together.
The only way that we would hang out is if it was for the pod.
Yeah, that's it. Right?
Yeah.
If it was with content creation, and it's got to do
Yeah.
with the big CC, then yeah, of course I know that you guys are
I
gonna
was
meet
very
up, bro.
tempted when you guys mentioned you were going to get Amsterdam. I was going to do a sneaky, just get a train in the morning and just be like, surprise, and go home. But then I was like, I got kids. And then-
Bro. You know that I feel like I relate to you so much because like I remember the life before kids. Like, bro, you could just go up and
different,
leave,
bro.
bro.
Bro, is Seth walking now?
I caught myself at the front door. Then I realized, wait a minute. I look around and
That's
there's like
right.
toys on the floor. I'm like, wait a
I got a
minute.
ball and chain.
I can't do what I do. Not ball and chain, bro. This is a new life, bro. It's a new life. A new day.
That's just trying to get cancelled again. And
Bro.
then
I'm
Raf's
trying,
just
I'm trying to save his life, bro.
Yeah, I'm just speaking
Yo.
my mind. It's not a bad thing to have a ball and chain. It keeps you grounded.
No, that's it,
Keeps you
bro.
grounded.
That's it, bro.
there you go. There's the media training coming now.
Yeah,
there it
bro.
is.
You know, you
But,
just
I've had a month of media training right after the last episode. Raph was like, Nats, we got to put you through this training, man. We don't want the pod to fucking get cancelled.
Bro, yeah.
So
But
you're gonna
that's
go
why
do
we
corporate
this is
training.
this is the whole reason why we took a month break because the
I got
heat was
suspended.
too much on Nats's side, bro. And I'm
Yeah,
like,
I
bro,
don't know. I
don't think there was any heat.
We need to like, you know,
I think it was
pull
all in
back
my
a
head,
little
to be
bit, bro.
honest.
Nah, that was good. That was fun.
I mean, after when the cameras and the recording stopped rolling, we'll just share with the audience. I had to ask Don and Garcia, it's like, hey, was that too much? And they affirmed me it wasn't bad, so it's okay.
I said it was terrible. I was like, bro,
that wasn't bad. It wasn't good either. No.
we need to take 4 weeks off.
Shout
Let
out,
things cool off and then regroup.
shout out to James for being so gracious as well in that episode, man.
Yeah, man.
And like, yeah, he's funny, but at the same time, there's a serious side to him. So,
Yeah,
watch his
so we got
special,
to open that up.
Badong.
Hey,
on
and
YouTube.
also, okay, so let's start off with the elephant in the room. How was your trip to Germany?
Yeah, let's
It's
do
all
it.
right, man. It was really good. I had different expectations like going into it, right? Because I don't know about you guys. I never really thought about going to Europe before. Like it wasn't a destination for me. But like now, it's like, oh man, I definitely got to go back.
It's
Not
good,
just
huh?
for Europe, but like just there's a lot of.
Was
things.
that your first time in Europe?
Yeah, dude. And there's a lot of
Yeah.
things there that when you get surprised, it's like, oh shit, I'm actually into this stuff I didn't know I would have been. It was like
Cars,
that.
bro.
Other than that, just even like, bro, I remember telling you guys this about like German food. You don't really think like schnitzels and sausages or whatever, right? Bro, there's so much more, man. Like when we got there, it's one of those things. Like I kind of had to apologize to my friends over there. I was like, fuck, dude, I didn't know you had German food popping off like this. I would have been more excited beforehand.
Because like I was telling
Maybe
you
it's
about this
good.
before, like German food, well, like the schnitzel and stuff, in Australia or probably around the world, been watered down by
Hard,
by
bro.
becoming bar food. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah,
food when you're going to the bar, and then just like the main food there is like
Schnitty.
steaks and schnitzels.
Yeah.
And now it's like if adobo was fucking bar food, like you find that in every single bar menu.
Yeah.
When you go to the Philippines, you know, adobo's like not that great because like back at home, it's just been watered down. So like, I think that's the unfortunate part about like, I don't know if it's German food in general, but with the schnitzel, that's what I experienced. Either way,
Yeah.
It's one of the things that like definitely has come from influence from Germany, Because like the pub food that you'd have here in Australia would be like a schnitty and a pint, right? Over there, it's a schnitzel and a Weiss beer. Like that's what it is. It's the same thing, but
like even when we have like sausage rolls or whatever, like over here, right? Not sausage rolls, sorry. What do you
Bratwurst,
call it
bro.
when we have when you go to Bunnings and you get like a sandwich and
sausage sizzle.
sausage sizzle.
Yeah.
So the whole sausage thing for us, like Australians having barbecues, sausages is a fucking staple, right?
Yeah.
So for us, it's hard to get excited about. Oh, they got some dope ass sausages in Germany.
They really do.
But they actually
Did
do.
you guys have
You know what I mean?
the currywurst?
Yes, I had some when I was at.
I love that shit, man.
When I attended the Volksfest, which is kind of like a Oktoberfest over there.
Yeah, it looked like Oktoberfest, and I was like, wait, it's not October, but it practically looks the same.
Well, I think in different parts of Germany they celebrate Oktoberfest in different times. So
yeah, gotcha.
I was passing through Munich when they were doing Oktoberfest in Munich. It was
Yeah.
nuts, man. It was just
I was there, man.
The
I
whole
fucking
city
died.
was just packed, and
It's the Easter show with beer.
pretty much that's what Oktoberfest is.
Yeah.
And lots of dancing on the tables and a rock band playing like beer songs and drinking songs.
And you can
fucking
find all
fun.
that at a bar, bro.
Yeah.
Rock band, people dancing on tables, and
Just a good
Although,
time.
although if you dance on the table in Sydney or in Australia, you get kicked out of the bar.
or you might get
Out,
tipped.
bro.
But
Either.
whereas when we were doing it during Oktoberfest, like I was sitting down and then my sister-in-law and like their friends were standing on the chairs already. They're like, "What the fuck are you doing? Get up!" And I was like, okay, let's all stand on the table." And for the rest of the night, we were standing on the table. It was crazy.
It's so good.
Oh man.
But like, I could imagine Americans going to Japan and be like, "What am I going to eat there? What do they have there? Ramen? Like we have that in America. It's 2-minute noodles.
Bruh.
It's like, it's been watered
Come
down.
on.
You know how you like watering down ramen?
That's
I'm like,
silly.
oh my
Yeah.
god.
Come on, bro.
And
But
then-
see, that's the thing though. Like ramen is again like this is going to be the really good original OG version, right? But when I got to the first meal I had was a schnitzel, like like I was good. These motherfuckers, they ordered a pork knuckle,
Of course we did.
and then I was like,
Of
oh,
course.
I don't know, it seems like too much. As soon as the food came out, fucking regret for me, bro. I should have got the pork knuckle on
Should've,
day
bro.
one. And then ever since
Bruh,
then, every
I couldn't
time we
even
went
get it.
out, pork
Yeah,
knuckle
man.
pork knuckle for me. Because from day one with Don and his missus.
Yeah, so like you fell into the trap of the overrated schnitzel vibe. Like,
No,
No,
the schnitzel
that's
was
the
good.
thing. The schnitzel
was still good.
is straight up. Like, had I not seen the pork knuckle, I still would have been amazed with the schnitzel.
Yeah.
It's like, because it's them doing it right. You know what I mean? But then the thing
well,
that,
what makes it right? Like, we've eaten
like
we've
proper
eaten here.
sauce, like the meat and like the way that they bread the batter and stuff.
Yeah.
It's just different. Like the
Juicy on the inside, crunchy on the
yeah,
outside.
like it's not like rushed pub shit. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
if I didn't see the pork knuckle stuff, I would have been like sweet. But the thing that I'm amazed by is like the other world of food that doesn't get advertised. Like we don't see pork knuckle like from Germany.
Yeah.
When we go to the pub, that's why like I was so amazed by the other shit that they got. You know how in Phil's right, rice is the common thing.
Yeah.
Over in Germany, it's like a egg-based pasta called Spätzle.
Spätzle.
And bro, the way that they cook that shit too, bro, they turn into like some mac and cheese,
Oh,
really
dude.
creamy, like
bro.
with some fucking fried onions. Oh my god! I was telling my mates about that. Like, hey, I just found out about this shit. How come no one's talking about this? When everyone like when you talk about German food everywhere else, it's like, oh yeah, schnitzels and sausages. You don't advertise this. This is fucking dope, bro.
So my sister-in-law bought some spätzle here, gave us like the dried spätzle, and because here when we get dried noodles or the pre-fried kind of instant noodles, you can kind of eat those by themselves, right? Ken opened the pack of the spätzle and ate it. And he's like, oh,
Straight up.
you can't eat it dry.
Nah,
you have to
no,
cook it.
it's
You have to
own.
cook it.
No, but it seems like say when you go to Philippines, right?
Yeah.
Well, when people talk about Philippines, everyone always talk about adobo. It's kind of I'm getting sick of it, really.
Yeah.
When you
The
try
place
to
is
advertise
overrated.
Filipino food to a non-Filipino,
Yeah. That's
the
the
go-to
like,
is
that's
adobo.
the
It's
go-to.
like,
Yeah.
fucking get creative, cunt. You know what I mean? Just talk about even garlic rice, for example. Bring that shit to the table because it's like, I know rice is like rice, but you know, our Filipino
It's
flavor,
the-
turning it
yeah.
into a garlic thing just makes every dish fucking special.
Yeah, 100%.
So
In my belief, I like learning from what you guys are saying. I think you could turn any dish in the world into the bomb, just from the. I know it's corny, just from love. You know,
Oh, dude, no, it
because
really is,
you
man.
know, like if you because you go to Germany, they're passionate about their schnitzel shit. They're not gonna be like
Yeah.
fucking like they're
yeah.
not gonna be like putting in the microwave and shit. They're passionate about that shit. You go to Italy, pasta or
No, bro.
the spaghettis
Spätzle-
and stuff, and
The spätzle
Passionate.
that we
That's
had was like handmade.
yeah,
We had
yeah.
handmade spätzle from my sister-in-law's like parents. And bro, it was fucking amazing.
yeah, you can make everything
Dude.
bomb, bro. Like one country could fuck it up for you. But if there's another country that loves that shit, that has that passion for that shit, go there, man. Get the best thing.
Since we're talking about it, let's go down the rabbit hole of all the foods and all the stuff that we had in Germany. The other thing that they have in Germany that I think it's kind of watered down, as in like it's just like one of those things in a pub. We call it a shandy, but in Germany they call it a radler. A radler. It's
Oh,
basically
yeah.
half beer, half lemonade. And
Oh, that's what it was.
and if you don't want to drink too much, you can just have a half strength beer. And that, like here in Australia, when I was working in a bar, if you had a shandy, people would be like, "Oh, you're a pussy, you're a weak cunt for having that kind of stuff." But over there, it's just normal. It's like, "Oh, I got to drive. Yeah, I'll have a radler because I don't want to have a full strength beer." You know what I mean? There's that, and also Garcia had this a lot. Spetze. Anyway.
Oh, it's a mix. Yeah, it's basically Coca-Cola and Fanta.
Yeah, you were telling me about that.
Bro,
Yeah.
you know when we
Spetzy.
were like a kid, right, and you go to like a Pizza Hut and when you actually get to eat there, and then
I
you
get
had
the whole
control
thing.
of
Yeah,
the drink,
yeah, that was a bomb,
drink
bro.
fountain,
Mix the drinks.
and you start going, "Oh, I'm gonna make my own drink, put some Sprite in this."
Most of the time it's shit.
It always turns green or brown. Or
It's
something.
like,
Like
what the fuck
shit.
happened here?
But it's an actual drink. They bottle it and they call it mezzo mix. But like
Yeah,
it's,
that's one of the-
it's called Spetze. And
Is it a mestizo mix, bro?
Mestizo mix?
Because they're a mixture of two things.
probably
It's got Paolo Pascual on the bottle.
Mestizo mix, bro. That's hilarious, bro.
fun fact though, the reason why they have it is because they don't want to give kids too much caffeine. So when you drink
Oh,
Coca-Cola,
they watered it down with
they
Fanta.
water it down with Fanta.
Wow.
And so if you want less caffeine, they make the mix stronger with the Fanta than they do with the Coke.
But they add the more sugar so you can be hooked onto it.
Yeah, so there's still sugar in it.
Yeah, you need
but
to be
like,
hooked onto it. You're not going to make you,
But yeah,
addicted to caffeine.
It'll
Addicted to sugar's good.
if you want to give it to kids, then it'll be maybe like 3 parts Fanta, 1 part cola.
Bro, I gave my son popcorn chicken for the first time today.
Did
Oh,
his
wow.
mind get blown?
Like,
Bro, first tantrum in his life.
What do you mean?
when the popcorn chicken ran
When
out,
yeah, when it was over.
and then we were gonna give him the shit that he likes for dinner, like the usual shit. He didn't want
so
the
bad.
usual shit.
I'm like, Dad, come
Hang
on.
on. What was the
You've
usual
opened
stuff?
Pandora's
The usual
box,
stuff
bro.
is like good. What you call it? Rice with mango chicken. And
yeah.
like nice healthy stuff that we've been feeding him for like life, But now he's had a
You've opened
taste.
it. You've
That's
opened
because
it.
that's-
He
Yeah.
had a taste of popcorn chicken.
It's because of the drugs they put in it.
and now he is like, bro.
Is there drugs and
You heard
popcorn
the
chicken?
angels.
And by drug, no, not.
Bro.
Then there's no drugs in popcorn.
Should have seen him.
It's MSG, bro. That's what's in
He
it.
didn't want snacks. He didn't want his usual snacks. He didn't want his usual like.
Now you've
desserts
shown him
and
there's
stuff.
more.
Bro,
There's
yeah.
more out there.
And like I'm like, bro. And then
It's
I looked
over.
at Shiv. I'm like, you just had to make me buy these things. He could have been like, used to his everyday routine type of thing.
You're going to have to keep
And now
buying
you're
it
throwing
now.
popcorn chicken in the mix.
When he ate it, it was the sound of Aladdin was in his brain. It's like a whole new world.
Bro, not it, bro. He felt like he was chucking a tantrum for the fact that it ran out, and that he felt betrayed that he didn't have this earlier in life. That's why he looked at
How
me.
could
I'm
you
like,
keep this from me?
dare you.
You've kept heaven from me.
His
But
voice,
like-
his voice changed. too.
But
You went from dad to holy shit. What is this?
and he was like
You
eating
see,
it,
you see his pupils dilate when he eats the
He
chicken.
starts growing a beard and shit.
bro.
Oh
Sus,
my
what the
god!
fuck, man?
And like I was
Dad,
trying,
what the fuck?
and like I was like I rip it out of. I get the pop-up chicken, rip it into little pieces, and put it into like his little tray, and he picks it up and stuff. But at the start of it, when he
So
tried it
cute.
for the first time, he didn't wait for me to rip it up into little pieces. He leant over and he tried to bite it off my hand,
The whole thing.
the whole thing. And bro, he was addicted, bro.
Like, Dad, there's no
That's
need.
it, man.
I'm like,
So going to
my
the
God.
same place.
Filipino side
And
too.
I was like, Colonel Sanders, man.
So 11's herbs and spices, man. That's what
He's
it is.
just, yeah, he's just one another customer.
He just did. Well, it's part of the family anyway, so what I mean.
The KFC in Germany. How was the KFC
Oh, yeah,
in
how
I
Germany?
was
didn't
it?
eat KFC in Germany. I
But
wasn't there,
apparently,
bro.
so we were told
Apparently it was shit.
it was really bad, really bad.
Really?
Yeah.
Maybe it's a European thing. Actually, no, I've said it in
but-
other places.
No, you know what it is? Everywhere, everyone talks about KFC being not the best fried chicken or it's like the worst or everything, except for
Australia.
Australia. Well,
Australia's
mainly
actually
me, and
does
that's about
No, but you know
short
what? When I
treats.
came last, when I came last time, which wasn't too long ago, I think I got hit by like the worst KFCs. I don't know what happened. The chicken shrunk, and I didn't get hot and spicy, so I fucked up.
Oh,
There.
that's why he fucked up.
But
in
it
the
wasn't.
first
But
place,
it
bro.
wasn't. It wasn't that good, bro. I was
Bro.
like, I don't know what happened.
When you were here, we should have done the Red Rooster test. That's what we should have done.
Why the Jollibee one?
Yeah. We should have done that. But
Do they still have it? I thought that was
I think they
limited time.
I think
No,
they
they
still
still
have
have it because like they know that Jollibee is not coming to Australia.
Bruh, I keep...
Gary-
Hey, did you
Guaranteed.
guys read the reason why? Someone in our Discord, I think, posted why.
Oh,
it's like a beef
fucking
with-
driveway. That's full
Yeah.
shit, bro.
No.
Did we talk about this, or was that just read on the Discord?
We
or
haven't
something?
talked about this. It's just in the comments.
Have they not seen
it's
Field
some-
of Dreams, bro? If you build it, we'll come. We'll find a way, bro.
No, but no, McDonald's is hogging the car park or something.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
we'll
Like,
find a way.
rights.
We don't need a car park. We'll just find.
That's
a
what
way.
I'd say too.
Seriously. Jollibee.
We could just park on
Court,
the sides.
thwarted by a fucking driveway.
It's like a
I'm
cartel,
not
bro.
having that,
McDonald's
dude.
are like
Seriously.
McDonald's is like the
It's the
Mexican
weakest
cartel. They're
fucking
like, nope.
excuse not to have.
I love the passion, bro.
Bro, could you imagine? Hey, look, imagine McDonald's, Ronald McDonald, right? You go, hey, South Africa. I'm not just saying, like, the whole continent doesn't have a McDonald's yet. And they launch the first one, be like massive amounts of money for you. And McDonald's be like, nah, man, we can't do it. We can't build a fucking driveway to our shop. Bro, do you think that's going to stop them? Jollibee. How much money they got in the driveways? Oh, my
Imagine
God.
that.
There's so many fucking
Imagine
bullshit
Imagine
stories.
walking. We're just walking around like normal. It was like, oh man, I want to go to Jollibee, but they don't have a driveway.
I
Can't, 'cause
know.
there's no driveway.
There's no driveway.
You're just walking like this, and you just can't move
That's the
forward.
most like
even more.
NPC sounding thing out as well. We're just like cannot compute, cannot go through.
Computer,
No
computer says
driveway.
no.
It's like when you play The Sims
Denied.
and then you make a pool, and then you get someone to get into the pool, and then you take off the stairs, and they can't get out, and they end up drowning.
Well, this is my life
Just
now.
minute now.
I'm glad that you guys got that. That's a reference. I've never played Sims before.
Oh, bro. That was the best part.
Say it's true. Take the ladder
You're
out.
playing God. You're just like, oh, you can't escape the pool now.
I told you to go to the pool. You did.
Yeah, man. Apparently the KFC in Germany was not good, and it's because
Oh, wow.
there's better food there.
You can drive in and out.
Yeah.
Amazing.
Oh, did you guys do
driveways.
Burgermeister?
Burgermeister. No, I don't remember us doing Burgermeister.
I don't know
This
about
is
you
a
guys.
Just a Berlin thing.
So there was going around like Germany. It's cool. There's majority of places English and stuff, right? But then there's the time that we spent near Don's brother's place, and
A small town.
yeah, smaller town. So everything, when you look at the menus, generally
all
like
in
we
German.
have to do like Google Translate and shit. I didn't spend all of my time with like Don's family. There was some time that I spent like by myself to go meet up with my mates too. So it wasn't really like a time when I can ask people to fucking translate for me, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I went to a Burger King, for example, and then, well, all right, I'm just getting ahead of myself. We go to Macca's because there's, the tablets where you can order.
Yeah.
You can switch
Oh,
that
yeah,
to English
yeah.
and
You
then
can
just
English
order
it.
yourself. I don't have to speak no one. Like, there's no trouble for me to order my food
Those
pay.
like ramen joints in Japan where
Yeah.
they just press a button and then.
And
just
for
get your
someone
ticket.
that doesn't speak German, like not having to talk to someone, amazing. If you look at my transactions on my card, there's a bunch of McDonald's transactions for that reason, right? But then the first day that I went to go off on my own, I was like, you know what? Like, I'm going to switch it up a bit. Like, go to some place that's not McDonald's. And I went to, they don't have Hungry Jack's, they have Burger King. I walked into the Burger King and I was like, fuck, they don't have no tablets, bro. I'm going to have to talk to someone. But then I had like my phone and I was pointing and shit.
Yeah.
And then it was the worst experience. Like the dude, I don't know what it is. Like the guy, he was an immigrant too. He wasn't a white dude. He was so frustrated at me. And I was like, I walked out of there. I don't know what I paid for. I thought it was one meal, but apparently it wasn't. Anyway, like I was thinking like, the next day, I was like, "Fuck! I'm just gonna have to go back to Macca's now." So like lunchtime the next day, back to Macca's, and then.
So the pointing thing didn't work. Usually it would. It's just because like you just look at a picture and be like, oh, that looks
No,
pretty
but
good.
if you want like a meal, if you say meal, then it was like what? That is a meal. Like having here you go, here's a burger, have your meal.
Yeah.
But apparently over there it's called a menu. So if you say that and then something menu, but you have to say menu a certain way.
Oh, it's teller.
Menu or some shit. I fucking don't know.
This
is why I went back to Macca's, where I can just point and tap, and it's so much easier, right? But that was a fucking. So that next day, I went back to Macca's to have my breakfast and shit. I was like, all right, easy.
You guys were Macca's a lot.
That I was, because I can't speak German. But that night, I was like, what else can I fucking eat around this town? And then I found a Korean joint, and I was like, yes, someone that I can actually fucking speak to. Right?
I can't believe you found a Korean joint.
Gosh, this is so weird, dude. Like,
and you spoke to them in Korean?
It was in the middle of nowhere.
Yeah,
like,
Was it good?
It looked like fields where people would like grow horses and shit.
Yeah.
Like farms, like long farms, right? All of a sudden, you take a left turn. There's like a fucking wall, and then you go around that. It's a small Korean joint. And I was like, what?
Literally hole in the wall.
Legit, dude. Like someone created a hole, like it wasn't there before.
Wow. You also found a Filipino shop in Germany.
Bro, this is in Frankfurt, right? It's the only Filipino shop there, and it's somebody's house.
Bro, that wasn't a joint, bro. That was just legit someone's house.
Legit, dude.
They
Like,
were just full like,
fuck, and I had to
Yo.
take my shoes off to get inside.
You manuport there when you walked in.
I heard you've been struggling with the German, bro. Just come here.
Yeah.
Just don't worry. From all Germany,
They asked you if you were hungry when you walked in.
Yeah.
They said that you gotten fat. That's like, you know that you're in a Filipino joint.
Nah, like,
Sure.
It was in the fucking. It's in the middle of like the city, right? There's no It's so tight. Like the roads there, like everyone would park their car half on the footpath, just to let like one space for cars like to actually drive through. It was one of those ones, and I got to the place and I was like, "Is this the what Google was telling me to go to?"
Yeah.
This is white dude who goes, "You're in the right place." Oh, white dude! I was like, he saw me, and then, like I was confused. I was like, "Yep, you're in the right place." And then he opened the gate, so the kids were playing and shit. And then I just go straight through that door. It's a fucking.
He said it to you in English?
I was pointing like but
At any point, did you think hostel?
No, not at that point, because I
Okay.
could see in the back like all the
Because I
chick
would have been
rappers
like,
and
yo,
shit.
all right, cool. I'm just gonna go to Macca's because like this shit right now
I-
is a horror movie, bro.
I
Yeah,
literally
you're like
now.
the movie Hostel.
It's just
You're on the menu.
No, I could
this
see.
is why it's a Filipino restaurant because you're Filipino, right?
No, it was legit like someone's house. But like through that door, I could kind of see the piatos chips and shit. I was like, oh yeah, maybe I'm in the right place. But when you're walking through someone's, like, say when you welcome someone to your home, right? Generally, you just got like one level. This one, you could either go upstairs or down to a fucking basement. The basement area was the shop. Like it was just one dungeness room.
They have
with shelves and shit.
They had a lot of those in Germany. Like they sublet their like the Airbnbs that I stayed in. they sublet them, and part of it was like under the basement area.
The basement.
Yeah,
That's why they kicked
Is that from the wars? Maybe they all have basements and stuff.
probably, man, probably.
Because they have that here as well. I thought it was weird.
I missed it because of the train.
No, I'm sorry. I'm just saying that
Sorry.
everything in Europe just reminds me of Hostel, bro. Hostel ruined Europe for me.
This is
bro.
why you can't travel. This is why he's never gonna travel Europe.
Where if I see a hot chick in Europe,
He's running.
Bro, it's not a if, it's when, dude.
Yeah, dude.
and it's like for us, it was we were still in the airport, and straight up, I was going that's a what they call a German 5. It's an Australian. It's a Sydney 10.
Who said that?
My cousin,
My cousin, yeah, cousin.
Imagine
'Cause
some
he was-
random German dude coming up to you. Hey, as you can see, this is a 5.
Yeah,
If you are
Germany is a
amazed
5,
now,
but it's a
Wait.
10. A 9,
Wait till you
10
get to
in
the
Sydney.
center.
Yeah.
And it was everywhere, bro. I was like, this is crazy.
Do you think? Do you think? This is just random, right? I'm just comparing it to food. Do you think it's because it's all new, and it's like,
Which?
oh yeah,
No,
like the girls are better. 'cause
eugenics.
it's-
No, legit. Like some of them just fucking
Sorry.
hot, bro.
let's edit point that out. That's
Legit. You
It's
just
gonna be,
gotta-
this is gonna be the most choppiest video. It's just like all these edit. Anyway,
for all the people that know what eugenics is. No, I was gonna say it's good. It's good genetics. That's what it is. Fun fact. Eugenics is like
Darren, you can't. Cool. Oh my god.
let's do it. Eugenics is like selecting the best genes and then
God.
breeding them together. That's what
You
eugenics is.
can't mention
is
that,
that
when we're
ins-
talking about fucking
is this
Germany.
Is this
Jesus
Game of
Christ.
Thrones?
And that's what happened in the history.
Is this like some Game of Thrones shit? Where they just-
No, this is
family.
yeah, we can just,
If
we'll just glaze over. We'll just gloss over that. Just so there. Just leave it.
I don't know. It's not like to get rid of anything like fun or whatever. I guess like since we kind of steered that direction, so I started talking to my mate about just trying to be real. I was like, sorry, what's the deal with like how the issue of that is treated in Germany, right? Because I don't think anyone really
The
thinks
history
about
of
that.
it. Yeah.
And it's weird, right? Because you go there and thinking like, fuck, this is a place where, like, at one point, like, dude, the world was like hating on them for good reason. And then it was like in schools and stuff, they still teach it, but it's like there's a kind of agenda, like I guess for the most part, like the government did all that shit. The people didn't really know. You know what I mean? So it's the same thing, like for us. Like say, for example, like some bad, like say, fucking Manny Pacquiao murdered a bunch of people, and then people started hating on us. Yeah, dude, I'm not Manny Pacquiao, especially if that shit happened like almost 100 years ago, right?
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's like there's places around the country that's like, I'm not gonna let you forget what you did. You know what I mean? Because there's still pockets of like large communities, like Jewish communities around the country. Like as much as like nowadays, like Germany is very open to what do you call it? Like people from Ukraine, for example, like people that need help. Open arms, like, hey, bro, come in, refugees and stuff.
There are a lot of refugees in
Yeah.
in things, especially from Turkey.
Yeah.
And the one of the barbers that was cutting our hair before the wedding, I was talking to him and asking him where he came from. He's like, Turkey. And I'm like, what? Why did you choose Germany? And because he didn't really speak that much English. He just did this. And I was like, oh, you could just walk over. And he's like, yeah, just basically walked across.
One of our cousins, he was getting a haircut. He goes, bro, where are you from? The guy goes, Albania. And he goes, like Taken? and then the barber was like, yeah, like Taken, yeah.
Good luck. He said to him, good luck.
Good luck. But like the country's kind of like, basically moved
Past that.
basically trying to like correct it.
But at the same time,
Bro,
you
we're
can't
very open
ignore
now.
it. You know what I mean?
That's right. That's right.
Because like when I went to America, we toured the South, and then that was like a lot of places like, oh yep, these houses here, slave owners, slave owners, slave owners, slave owners, and then we were
crazy.
talking about how like people can either like ignore it and be like pretend these areas never had these histories.
Yeah.
But at the same time, there's other people be like, yo, this is part of history, man.
There's the
No,
thing about
I think
moving
at the
on.
bottom line, it's history that shaped like where we are now. We're not gonna like go back. You're not gonna blame people for having that bloodline of things as well. Like even in I think in Berlin they've got a museum dedicated to the the Holocaust and all that. Like that's straight up in the capital, man. It's not like they're ignoring it or anything. They've acknowledged.
No.
This is a big part of their history and stuff.
Exactly.
Right?
It's one of those things. Like when you fuck up,
And
right? You learn from it.
And you're not wrong,
time,
but you're saying like it is the
about
government. Like a lot of Nazis, right? Let's just put that word out there. Like they were just like either in government. Some of them, like I guess the worst of the worst would have been like the inner circle or the SS troops. The real like you'd put them the equivalent of like terrorists, like really like right wing extremist values. Like they really believed it. A lot of people that also just had to abide because that was the law and government. And then you have to remember a lot of these like Germany kind of got back. I don't know like how much truth this is. This is like kind of like YouTube education, but like a lot of the Germany made up for a lot of their like top league scientists and researchers. They were like hired by Americans and stuff because they just had that knowledge, and they're like, yeah, we work for the Nazi regime, but it doesn't take away the fact that they have like some of the best mechanics and engineers and shit, and they built all the space programs for the US and shit.
Oh, dude, we visited
the paperclip,
the Mercedes-Benz museum, and like
a bunch of we saw photos of those guys you're talking about, right?
In the birthplace, in the birthplace of like many like of those cars.
Fucking sick. Eh?
Fun fact: the name Stuttgart actually comes from the words female horse and garden, Stuttgart, which means like garden of horses.
I've definitely seen it in IKEA somewhere.
It's a table. It's one of those nice tables.
It is.
You know what? You know what it feels like? That's like the biggest move. Like when you fuck up, like Kanye's like, "Oh, I fucked up. Here's an album." Germany's like, "Oh, we fucked up. Here's a space station or some shit."
I fucked up.
Here's a car. Here's Mercedes. Here's Mercedes.
Bro, IKEA is Swedish. It's
IKEA
not
is
German.
Sweden, bro.
I know, but
I think
all these names.
I think
Boom.
Raf's understanding of Europe is just taken. It's like it's just
Bro,
it's like one country in Eastern Europe. Suddenly, it's like that's everywhere.
It's like if you want to make a good movie about being adopted, it has to be in Europe, bro. If you need a villain that's really, really intriguing, it has to be from Europe, bro.
You know,
It sounds badass.
We were talking about like their freeways and stuff. You can drive
The autobahns,
crazy.
man.
Because like so, basically they were built so that they can move the troops around the city, the country, a lot easier. You have proper roads, paved ways and stuff. You can move a lot of people, all your machinery, all your stuff around with ease compared to like someone else, right? Whoever you're at war with. So maybe silver lining. No, I'm just kidding. I'm just joking. But still, there's a lot of things that I guess you turn into a positive. Like at the same time, like you don't forget, but you make sure you don't forget to learn of it. You know what I mean?
Don't forget, 100%. Don't repeat. You know what I mean? That's it, bro.
Yeah.
Don't forget, don't repeat.
There's a lot of good shit that's come out since. Yeah. Like it's hard to keep moving forward if you always like drawing back on this thing back then.
Yeah.
But,
Yeah, but when you think about it too, Germany's like still a pretty big superpower, as in, like, I think they're
very big country, man.
It's a big country, and like they just have a really good. I don't know. I guess their automotive industry is what, all that shit.
Driving thing, man.
They're not like a poor country. Like that's like a pretty good comeback.
They have like talking about those
coming from like World War II, which wasn't that long ago, and it's like, oh, it's still cool.
Bro, you know who had it shit back then?
Poland.
Witches.
Oh, go on.
No, like so. Apparently there was this thing called the Carnival going on while we were there, and then my mate was telling me, dude, Carnival kind of started off when they'd group around all of the
witches.
The witches.
Who they thought were witches.
Wait. Was this in Germany as well?
Yeah. So basically they turned it into a fucking party, bro, where they round up all these people that
all the witches.
Oh yeah, you're a witch, and then they fucking kill them, dude, and then turn that into
the fucking dude, the whole concept of witch hunting and calling witches, it just seems like the most fucked up shit that I've ever heard in my life. Because you could turn around and be like, let's say like you wore your red hoodie, right?
Yeah.
And the rest of us are just wearing black. You're like, he's different. He must be a witch.
No,
That's
Let's
like
tie him up
mob
and let's burn him with a
mentality.
stick.
like generally when someone's like
That's racism at its core.
when you call someone a witch, right? Like they're either like talking crazy, doing some crazy shit or whatever. Nowadays, it's Kanye. You know what I mean? So
Yeah,
we
the
would
worst you
call
can
him
get is
a witch.
cancelled. But then you get locked off social media and
Yeah.
lose your monetization. Back then, you get tied up and burnt on a tree.
And then everyone would party, bro, drinking beer and shit.
Can you imagine
Just dress up.
Standing on the tables.
We got Kanye!
Tiki-taki. Oi.
Bro.
Yeah, you
Fucking hell,
put it into
man.
perspective. Like getting cancelled is not so bad these days. You just gotta
Yeah.
disappear for a couple months.
They should not on
Take-
fire.
And you just have to
Not on
rebrand, bro.
any-
You know, it's all good,
Just
bro.
rebrand.
Yeah.
You know,
That's what
I'm not,
Kanye is.
You're not on
I'm not a
fire.
witch. I'm a gypsy. You know, it's
Oh,
all good, bro.
hey, let's
That's a slur,
try to
bro. We
rebrand to
can't say
something.
that.
Slow
It's not gonna
rebrand.
get, you know.
All right, let's go
Baby
to a
steps, baby
segment.
steps.
All right, let's go with
Don, white Hungarian salami.
White
Hey.
Hungarian salami. Welcome back to
Can we
us.
do white German salami?
Oh,
nice, dude.
That's funny because like I was trying to do, and I was telling the guys before this, trying to do some like bucket list, like check off the list type things. So when I was in Frankfurt, obviously out of Frankfurt, when I was in
Yeah.
Cologne, I bought some cologne, which is the
Hey.
birthplace of like cologne, like actual cologne. And I was thinking like what else in Stuttgart. I guess I saw some horses in a garden, so I guess that's the checking of the list. But I wanted to today, I guess, share some German words that I learned. German words.
Imagine if you did the same thing. He's ticking off the boxes in Australia.
yeah.
Yeah, what do you do?
I'm just gonna shut
I just made some stains and grey stains.
You made a stain and grey stains. You went to over there in Doonside.
Had a root in Rudy Hill.
What do you do in Blacktown?
You know.
You know.
So like I can't speak German. My brother can speak fluent German, and it's
Wow.
amazing.
Did he learn it there? Just or
No,
did
no. So
learn
he
it
took German
before
lessons when
already?
he was dating my now sister-in-law.
That's
Well,
love.
how long ago was that though?
Like
A couple of years ago, right?
3-4
So,
years,
so
years
the
ago.
That's not
only
that long
reason he
ago.
spoke German is because he was in
For
love.
his missus, yeah.
Yeah, for his
That's
love. That's
crazy,
love,
man.
bro.
now, yeah.
He was in
London.
London at the time.
I'm still at swear
4
words in Hindi,
years.
bro. So
4 years is not much time too. That's crazy.
Oh, it might have been like
To
soon.
learn.
It might have been earlier than that. But like, yeah, before he moved to Germany, which is probably a couple of years ago.
Yeah.
Prior to that, he was learning German. He was taking German classes,
good.
and he said that he picked it up. He picked up German a lot easier when he was in Germany, because you're
Yeah.
immersed in it,
Makes more
and
sense. Yeah.
you know,
get chucked in the deep end and swim.
yeah.
Yeah.
Pretty much. So
There was
Yeah.
there's still some stuff that he doesn't really know. Like he ordered tickets. We booked tickets to Oktoberfest. Let's call it Oktoberfest. It was Volksfest in Stuttgart, and
Yeah.
it said on the email, you'll get the tickets when you pay for it. But he thought that it was just like you've got the tickets, you're booking, you just pay for it there. When on the day, we almost didn't get our tickets because
Oh,
we were all
shit.
waiting for
They
the
weren't
tickets.
paid for it yet.
They weren't paid for it yet, so we
it's
had
like a
to.
reservation.
shit.
Yeah.
it's just nuances of like vocab and stuff.
Yeah,
that
yeah,
you
yeah.
really get mixed up.
And I was trying to learn a little bit of German, just so I could get around. Like Toiletten is obviously toilet. The thing that I noticed on the to distinguish between the men's room and the female's room, Herren is the male room. Her HERREN is the men's, and then Damen is the women's. But when you read it, you're like Damen, and this is her.
The men, the women.
There's one called the money.
The money.
Because first you get the money, then you
get the
the
power.
power,
Power.
then you get the women.
The women. Welcome to Germany.
I need to learn German. Just watch Scarface.
Watch some Cubans.
First you get them. Oh, dude.
Okay,
Al
okay.
Pacino.
Say hello to my little friend. Oh, it's a great movie. It's a German movie called
dude.
Scarface.
Great German cinema.
Get the yayo.
But like,
Yo, go get the yayo.
because fun fact, English is kind of based off of German as well. Like, there's lots of words that sound similar in German that are in English. So you could say, if you say I want this, it's ich möchte dich, which is I want this.
Sounds another like English.
Yeah. Ich,
Does not sound
or like,
That's not like English, bro. Say it again.
Ich
Sorry, wait.
is
I'm just trying to get the
I,
English.
Möchte is
Ich.
want, and then dich is this. But like you can
It sounds
kind
like
of,
I want dick. It just sounds different.
or like ich möchte das is that, I want that. Und is und and is the same. And then I just picked up these kinds of words when I learned how to say one coffee, please, which is ein Kaffee bitte, which is really, really simple. But that the best words that we learned was from my brother's father-in-law. So the
And I just want to pause you there. And you didn't have time to help him at Burger King.
No. I wasn't. I was on my own when I was at work.
German and shit.
This is why I struggle.
This
man.
guy's just looking at it. What is
He's at the menu and Don's
Just
just
getting
like
the
this.
menu wrong and shit.
Don's at the back, just fudging. Just like, wrong.
I was even trying to like what I was doing because we would try to use Google Translate to read the menus, and every time we went out, because I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try to learn this. I didn't use it, and I'm just reading it. I'm like, I'll have this. I'll have this, and just see where we go. Teller is plate. So I remember ordering something like it was like fitness teller, which is just like fitness plate. And all it was chicken and salad. That's what it was. Anyway, the best words that I learned were from the father of my now sister-in-law, and I give credit to Ken because the first thing Ken wanted to do was find out the swear words.
Of course.
So this is on the box, and he's like, hey, you know, at some point in the night, I'm gonna want to call one of these guys a pussy. How do I do that in German? and we're trying to explain it to him, and you know, John's trying to translate it back to German, and Peter, who's the father of my sister-in-law, and he's like, oh, Weikai, which basically means weak egg. And then for the rest of the night, we're just calling each other Weikai. You're a Weikai. Take the shot, or you're a Weikai. You're a Weikai. That's the best way.
I wasn't. So the table that when they were learning it's pretty long, and I'm at the end, so I didn't hear this conversation. And then midway through, I was already kind of a bit tipsy from all the drinks. I was wondering why people would call me white guy. I was like, what's going on here?
Yeah, no, these guys want
White
Five Guys so much.
Why
bro.
pass me my
I don't think there's any Five Guys
Coke and
around there,
Fanta?
bro.
Well, everyone else is having hard drinks. Pass me my Fanta Coke.
Did you
And
overdo it that it became like cringe? Because like I remember a time.
We were drunk, so
Yeah,
like
it
probably.
didn't get cringe
Well,
because
but
we were drinking.
Because,
funny,
because, like I remember my Shiv might hate me for putting the story out, but this is like New Year's Eve and we were getting really drunk, and then we're just going through like some words in Tagalog and stuff, and then Shiv was like, how do you say lit in Tagalog? And I was like, I don't know, ilaw. Just
Like,
I think she
I'm
took
so
it.
Ilao.
She took it literal.
Took it like literal. And then she was just like all night, just like ilaw.
Let's get
So
Ilao.
sorry,
She just said light.
Oh, light. Let's get light.
And then we told her what it meant. Like oh no, it means light. Like light.
whoa.
And then she just kept because like when you're drunk, you just it's funny at the time, and then the next morning she's like, bro, how come you didn't stop me from saying it a billion times? And
Why did you
I said it to your parents, and they looked at me in disappointment. And I was like, yeah, my bad.
It's like, why didn't you stop me from saying it? Because
Rap
it was
just egged
funny
it
at the time.
Rap egged it on more. It's like,
Because
yeah,
like
bro.
you know me, like if I'm drunk too, she'd be like, Ilo, I'd be like, Ilo.
That could be like a running joke now.
Yeah. Ilo. Bro, it's getting Ilo in here.
Because if you say that around Philippines, if you're like Philippines, they're like, why are they talking about the lights so much, bro? I'm like,
Yeah.
it's
Should you
we're lit.
should you text Shivi now to just put a blanket on the couch so you
It's one of those things because I'm pretty sure everyone has like an embarrassing moment like that. Like, and like, cheers to her for like learning another language that, you know, that is not part of our culture growing up or anything. So, I like,
Yeah.
like I wouldn't even know to do, and I wouldn't even know how to do that shit, bro.
Yeah.
That's pretty cool.
But it's just funny
It's
because
cool
like,
to do it at a celebratory moment.
Yeah.
When everyone's partying and shit. You go,
Yeah.
hey, what's a
Everyone's
word we can,
Yeah.
you know, like we can all say and enjoy?
yeah, like yeah,
Elao, bro. When everyone's getting drunk, just shout out Elao.
Why? Because we're getting lit.
It'd be like, it's
so
funny for you.
You have to be there. You have to be there, guys. You have to be there.
For the non-Filipino speaking person, they were just like, Ila! You're just like,
Because the explanation is funny, bro.
Yeah.
It's like, why are you saying it? Because you're
the
lit.
the other, speaking of lit, the other German phrase that I learned, again from Peter, is net lang schnacken, koppen nacken. Which means stop talking and throw your head back, throw the drinks back.
Yeah, it's like, shut up and drink.
Shut up and drink. Which we learned as well on the Bucks.
Can I share this, like, one moment that I had? So we went to, there was 5 of us were staying at an Airbnb. And this Airbnb, fucking beautiful house. Like, imagine a 3-story house. The top, like the place is like landscaped and shit.
Yeah.
Beautiful inside, and it turns out like the couple, they live in, you know, the 3rd and 2nd story. The bottom story, the ground floor is what they rent out.
Yeah,
Which
sublet
is
it.
where we're staying. Friendliest couple and shit. This is kind of like countryside almost, Germany too. So there's not. It was like a cul-de-sac, like, and we were like right at the end. So you can tell the neighbors are all tight knit. You know what I mean? We spend the day out with the family and stuff, and then come back one evening, like probably closer to midnight, almost like one of the nights.
I'll jump in just a little bit here.
Yeah.
Because there was 5 of them sharing this on Airbnb. We had space, like Tiff and I had space in our Airbnb for like extra people, and so I was like, Garcia, you can come stay at ours.
Yeah.
But so this is
So it's
like,
not so cramped.
yeah. So this is before him getting to his
The
Airbnb.
plan was I was going to drop off some people at this Airbnb. I'll get my luggage and I'll go to Don's.
Yeah.
When we got home, the entrance to this cul-de-sac, right? You can see like halfway down the street, there's a fucking bonfire going on. I was like, oh shit, there's like a little party and stuff. And then me and like, you know, the people in my car were walking, this luggage making, you know, that sound when you're rolling luggage on the concrete. There's fucking dogs barking and shit, bro. And then everyone in that bonfire party, like, it's like dirt, like out their eyes dart towards us.
Yeah.
And this is again midnight. The only like light, because it's country, like
the
there's
fire.
not a lot of like, street lights. Just this bonfire, all looking at us, shadows, like fucking. You know, it's kind of scary. Dogs barking and shit.
Yeah.
When we got closer, there's like big burly fucking German dudes, bro.
Tatted up.
Yeah, man. It turns out some of them are like firefighters. At the time, I didn't fucking know. I'm just thinking it's dark. There's a bunch of these motherfuckers, right? Drinking.
Yeah.
There's a massive like outdoor speaker. You know the ones like the same height as your knee.
Yeah.
Big ones like
One of those JBL speakers.
Yeah, bro. And then the thing that was blasting out of that was like the like that kind
The
of
metal.
the deathcore metal. Yeah, bro. It's fucking scary, dude. I thought like, okay, this is the time
This is
we're
hostile,
gonna get
right?
killed. Yeah,
yeah.
we're gonna get killed tonight, dude.
You're just confirming Raf's fears.
Fucking scary. And then
I messaged
some of the-
Garcia and I'm like, hey man, this is the address to the Airbnb. Just let me know when you're out front. And then he messages and he's like, I think I'm going to stay here, man. I just got a bad feeling.
Yeah, dude, I got a bad feeling about this. So
wait, it was your Don's area that was with the scary.
No.
No, it was Garcia's.
Oh, yeah.
So turns out the couple that's hosting us, they were in that group too. But like, turns out like once a year, the residents of this street, this one way in and out street, which is fucking, a trap basically. They celebrate like just the fact that we're all neighbors and shit, like we're all tight.
And
with
to have
each
a
other.
block
Let's
party.
have a fucking exactly.
Yeah.
And then
Death metal.
they were friendly and shit, but it's like to the point where it's like, how friendly can drunk people get? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So when people are going to you like, hey man, have a drink. So my plan again was to go back to Don's. I was like, no, I can't. I gotta drive. These dudes like fucking pushing it to my face. Like, come on, man, just one. I was like, bruh, your tattoo is on my fucking cheek right now. Like, all right, I'll drink it. Like, you know what I mean? Like,
And that's when you drop the...
fucking no. Our cousin was like, yeah, I'll have a drink. Like, Barnum was like,
Of
no,
course he
like
was.
schlacking,
Copenhagen.
Copenhagen. I was like, fuck you, Buns, man. Like, don't egg them on, man. Come on, let's just get inside and lock the doors.
See, like...
Fuck.
Yeah, so I was messaging Garcia. I had no idea this was going on at the time. I'm just like, I get a message from him saying,
Completely
I just got a bad feeling about this.
Bro, I wish you were there, bro.
And then
Your spidey senses will be going off the chain, bro. Just watching you like this.
Hard.
yeah, I would have, yeah. I would have.
Krav Maga would have been
I
like,
can finally leave my Krav Maga. Put it to good use. I see a broom. I see a pork knuckle. And I can take out 5 of these motherfuckers.
it's like the Equalizer.
He's
analyzing the room.
Analyzing the room.
I just had no idea this was going on, and I just messaged Garcia. I'm just like, let me know, send me the address now, and then just
Oh shit!
like if you need me, just let me know. I'll drive over there. It was like
Fuck, you went
20 minutes.
You went Liam Neeson mode. It's like
It was
I'll
like,
find
yeah.
you, bro.
Just let me
Well,
know.
that's
You get
the thing.
taken up
That's
and-
the reason why I didn't want to leave the place because
Yeah.
some shit happened whilst I wasn't there.
Yeah.
But like, fuck, man.
Oh yeah.
The thing about Garcia, and people don't know this, is Garcia is very protective.
Dude,
He's like the most protective out of all.
I was waiting there, just going like, fuck. Like I don't trust like these like it was just such a fucking weird like scenario, bro. Because again,
wow.
watching
You're taking it.
the only
Taken and
the only other
You taking
person
it in the
bullshit
end?
movies like
the
that.
only other person that would have been able to defend like anybody there would have been Buns. But then if Buns is going like, yeah, I'm stuck in
Yeah, I
Copenhagen,
know.
like just
like this
let's
motherfucker's
go.
been drinking and shit. Fuck.
that is the start of the movie, bro.
That's crazy.
Yeah, bro, that's the start of the
I
movie.
slept,
bro.
right? I slept with rocks in my sock. Like, are these rocks from the garden?
Yeah,
Because you fucking cracked someone's skull
he
with that
did
shit.
Krav Maga, bro. He was like, let's see it. There's a weapon here. There's a weapon here. Let's put it in my. Let's put it in my.
I had that shit in this pocket
Every
right here. I was wearing
European
these
movie
pants.
combined is like, I know exactly what to do.
Yeah.
Bro.
It was,
rough.
yeah, it was fucking scary. And then the next day, because obviously like nothing happened or whatever, but early morning, right? My cousin's awake, and then because it's quiet, and I was like, hey, Bano, can you hear that? Just to like scare him a bit. And he was like, no, what is it? And then I chucked the massivest fart. And like you kind of worry them, like, wow, what are you hearing?
This guy, he always does this. Every time he's like, "Hey, bro, yeah, I just got a really bad feeling," and like sometimes he draws me in, but most of the time I'm like, "Fuck you, bro,
yeah.
just shut up."
Don's kind of accustomed to this shit now. But I, like from time to time, I'll be like, bro, I got a feeling something bad's about to happen. And then I chuck a
He
massive fart.
lets one rip so hard. I'm like, oh, come on.
You gotta do it when everything's quiet.
That's the best way to break the ice. Build the tension up.
That's Krav Maga.
Grab a thought. You're about to get into a fight. It's like, wait. And then this is everyone's laugh.
That's self-defense, man. Shit yourself. They're not gonna fight you.
You guys went to I saw you went to the Jose Rizal
Yes.
memorial there, right?
Yeah. So on our
Yeah,
way
tell us about
back.
that.
Yeah, on our way
What
back
is
from my brother's town we stopped by Heidelberg, which is and half an hour from Heidelberg. There's a little park.
You had to say it in German, bro. you've been saying all the other towns and stuff in like a German accent.
Yeah.
Well, you can't go from like
Heidelberg.
can't go for like
Heidelberg is kind of how you say it.
But you have to get that little German flavor to it, bro.
I don't know how to say Heidelberg in German.
Heidelberg.
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 Alberg. It's
don't know
like
why
a
you did that.
Bergen German.
Even
It's
when
like-
you were
it's
announcing the
Bergen
winners,
German,
you were
right?
just like, "Viape."
You went Stuttgart to Heidelberg.
Stuttgart. That's how they pronounce it.
Stuttgart.
I knew this.
Heidelberg.
Hang on. I knew this was gonna happen because I try to kind of pronounce things the way they're supposed to be pronounced.
Yeah.
Like when I say macchiato, like you guys gave me shit about that to the point where I was just
What
like,
was another?
I had an alert in my brain.
can I get a macchiato now? Like this is the way I say it. Like this is without fail. But
Was there any other countries that you went to on your stay?
Austria.
That was my alert in my head. You're saying it in normal conversation.
And that's how we said
Austria.
Austria. Because that's how they pronounce it. Another fun fact. My brother was saying that when there are two vowels together, you pronounce the second vowel more.
Like more, like more.
Like that's the pronunciation that you. So Austria, like Austria, you say the U in the U sound, which is Austria.
Oh.
That's why it sounds like that.
Oh.
So it's not. It's not Ausfahrt, which is the
Yeah,
exit on the.
Ausfahrt.
It's Ausfahrt.
Yeah, that's why I stubbed my toe.
that's why
and
I
I'm
get
feeling
it.
Ouch.
very patriotic. I'll be like, Austria.
Austria.
Normally I would have been like, ouch, my foot hurts.
Ouch. Ouch.
That's true.
That's how Filipinos say Australia to Australia.
Australia. Yeah.
Yeah.
Australia.
My just before we talk about Rizal thing, like I was telling my dad, like, oh yeah, I'm over here in this place of the country and stuff. And
Yeah.
my dad goes, we've got one relative in Germany, but a whole bunch in Austria.
Yeah.
And I was thinking, like, wait, did they fuck up the application? Because the majority of them went to Australia. I probably thought I'm missing A and an L somewhere.
You know that? Remember
Ended
that?
up in the wrong country.
Remember? All right, I'll see you in Australia. All right. All right. You got the flights, right?
Yeah, I know.
You got the flights. All right, I'll see you there, bro.
They're in the mountains of Austria. And they're like, does anybody know where Sydney is?
Yeah, how far is Vienna from Sydney? Which bus do we take?
How far? Yeah. How far is Salzburg from
fucking
Melbourne?
hell.
Imagine that. It's like, we'll meet you at Vienna. I was like, and then you're in Australia. It's like, bro, I love that dessert, bro. So good.
Why didn't you tell me to pack a jacket? It's fucking freezing. What are you talking about?
Australia's bloody cold.
Where's the kangaroos,
the
mate?
There's no
It's
kangaroos.
Austrian Africa.
There's a lot of mountains. Actually, there's a lot of mountains. It's a lot more green.
How's about that emu war?
Watching the state origins, like, I don't know who to go for, bro. I've never heard of these states.
Yeah.
There's so many states.
Vienna sausage sizzle.
Yeah. Vienna sausage sizzle. Yeah. I knew that as soon as I said Austria, you were gonna.
No, bro,
That
that was
was
like a
supposed
word,
to,
bro.
Austria was supposed to be my middle name. And then they told me, no, don't use that shit because we don't fuck with that family no more. Like, all right, cool.
So it was supposed to be Austria. It was
When I first learned to write my name, it was
Yeah.
Christian Austria Garcia.
Wow.
Yeah. And then on my mum's side, they were like, you know that granddad from your, from that side?
Yeah.
He left us. And I was like, all right, don't use his name.
You know that grandfather on that side. He stuffed up his application to Australia.
Yeah, he went to Austria. Fuck him. So it's Christian Australia Garcia. Oh, fuck.
Christian Australia, Garcia.
It's Christian Australia.
Yeah, Christian Australia.
Australia. Oh man, that's funny.
Yeah, man.
But yeah, fun fact. That's the reason why I pronounce it as Austria. They also pronounce it as Austria. Ausfahrt is the exit on the highway on the autobahn. And every time I saw it, I made that type of joke. My sister-in-law just shook her head and she was just like, just the humor, the comedy just didn't track.
Yeah, it's a tough crowd over
Tough
there.
crowd over there.
The Rizal thing was dope.
Did you get to go?
We did. I didn't go to the memorial, but we went to Heidelberg. Drove past the college that he went to school, where he went to. So this is the thing. A few episodes ago, we were talking about his friend Blumentritt, which is there's a street in Philippines named after Rizal's one of his best homies and shit. Blumentritt was one of the dudes that he went to school with in Heidelberg in Germany, so Rizal was a badass fucking eye surgeon, right? Like one of the first to ever do it, like eye doctors and shit. I think he did like one of the first cataract fucking surgeries or whatever. Gangster. And this is the reason why dude spoke German. I'm pretty sure Rizal got some German pussy, but that's beside the point. The place where the memorial where Don was talking about, right, half an hour away from the college, is where Rizal lived, and is like on a daily, bro. This guy would walk 3 hours to Heidelberg, go to school, 3 hours back.
It is literally a half an hour drive, and it is a winding path up a mountain.
Yeah.
Up a mountain into a town.
So Rizal was a fit motherfucker too. This guy was ripped.
Does the word Riz come from that?
Pussy.
Yes, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Riz.
Man.
You can't spell.
I'll say Riz.
You
can't spell
Rizal
without Riz, bro.
Ostriz.
This dude, man. Yeah, he was
risen all of the
Risen and jizzin', bro. It's the motto of life, bro.
Risen
and jizzin', bro.
He's risen and drizzin'.
What's your name? My name is Jose. Risen and jizzin'
Risen and
Rizal.
jizzin', bro. That's our motto in life, bro.
I can't do this. I have too much respect for the guy.
Man. So I was able to go there because I was able to go there because I had a little bit of time. I was staying in Frankfurt for like one more night. So we drove back the night before we flew out and visited this park, and they were packing down from Oktoberfest. So there was a tent there. There is like I think it's like a center type of museum or a hall or something like that. But it's just in this what feels like a really remote town at the top of this mountain. When Tiff and I were driving out towards there, I see a group of Filipinos. They were Asians, but they were walking away from that area, and I'm like, they're Filipino for sure. Why would there be any other Asians in this area? And so I knew that, and dude, there's just a statue of a Filipino guy in Germany, just like half an hour from Heidelberg.
They recognize he was a badass over there. You know what I mean? Like the shit that he did for Philippines and stuff.
Yeah.
So considering that he was for part, like say if like I know we've kind of live in Australia now, but if I only spent my time here in Australia just to study or whatever, in some ways Australia's gonna be like, yeah, man, he's kind of one of us. He grew up here and shit.
Yeah.
You know?
To get a statue, bro, you have to done some shit, bro.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. He
That's
did
the ultimate.
Some badass things.
Yeah, dude.
Achievement to be
And
become a statue.
Blumentritt's got they all got the head bust thing over there, right?
And his professors and stuff.
Yeah.
So they've just I think they put that as a secondary kind of display, so that there are busts of his professors and Blumentritt and stuff like that there.
Yeah,
I have footage if you want to include it in the snippet.
It's just pretty cool. Like when you kind of think like, well, because again, like I never really thought, oh man, Germany, what am I gonna do there? And then you think like, Filipino and German food, like where does it mix?
Yeah,
shit, right.
But there are comparisons.
But there's so many fucking history.
Yeah.
Spätzle, the kanin, like with flavor.
It's a staple.
You know, like that kind of thing.
Yeah, they love the pork as well.
Apparently, they love Filipinos too. You know what I'm saying? So shout out to Yagi.
Shout outs.
Yeah.
Risen and jizzin', bro.
Tell us about you hung out with Ty Miyagi out there.
Yeah.
And who was it? Who else was that?
Sia.
Yeah.
So they're
mates from.
She traveled down like almost 3 hours, bro. Like,
damn.
This is the weird thing. Like, I'd never met them in person like before, right? Meet people online, just cool and stuff. She told her dad hey, can you drive me 3 hours to meet a couple of dudes that I've met on the internet? It just sounds shady as shit, right? But apparently, you know, he was like, you know what? All right, we'll drive down, me and your brother. We'll take it to this city and stuff, meet him.
Where'd you go to?
They were fucking amazing. Like, they were dope. Like, they were cool people. And I think they, like, for him as well, like, he's, I guess if there's any doubt, you know, when you guys have kids, especially you, Ned, you got 2 daughters. If ever at one point your daughters will be like, hey, I've got these friends and stuff, you're always going to doubt, like, who your friends, your kids are hanging out with.
Yeah.
I think it just empowered that you know, that belief for that guy, knowing that, you know, the people that she's friends with aren't seedy motherfuckers.
Is he German, the dad?
No, they're Greek.
Okay.
So, again, like,
But they live in
immigrant family, like, they're very strict too.
Yeah.
They live up north, bro. They're like 2.5, 3 hours up
That's
north from where
crazy.
we were staying. But it was pretty cool, bro. Like, there's so much. Again, like, when a country's got so much history, like, especially the whole witch thing. Remember when I was saying that, you know, like, there's tragedies that happen in that country and everyone's moving forward, but they don't want to let you forget. A lot of the things that you'll find scattered along the country, right? There's going to be little brass plaques in front of a house. And generally that's to remember, or it's like a little memorial for whoever was taken out of that house during that time of tragedy. Excuse me.
Wow.
It says we were walking through the city, I came across one. I had to take a photo just because, like, I was like, "Fuck, man, this is the stuff that's." As much as when you're looking up, you know, as a tourist and stuff, you're looking up and you go, "Oh, fuck, this place is amazing," but what you're stepping on is still that hollowed ground. Like, a fucking family was taken from their home, right here. So Yagi was one of the best person to hang out with that day because he knows so much shit like this, and and he can talk freely about it too. Not to the point where he's just like shitting on everyone, but at the same time, it's like he's being real. You know what I mean?
He's a little bit removed from it because he's not like.
No, really. It's more because I think he didn't go to school there, in the sense that over there, right? Like, when you're taught history, it's like, okay, tragedy happened. A lot of people, you know, didn't know and stuff.
Yeah.
But he knows what's up. It's like, bro, you're fucking, the neighbors and shit were the ones that called him in.
Yeah.
So they fucking know. Don't try to water the shit down.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
right.
He's just being more real about this thing.
Yeah.
So he and it's not just the tragedy stuff. He's just going, bro, this place, man, when the shit was going down, because the Americans were set up here, like, this place didn't get touched. So you're looking at this building, 600 years old, 700 years old. This road that we did, man, Romans built that shit. Like, he's really passionate about history.
Yeah.
So he was like the best dude to fucking hang out with.
Yeah.
In a city with so much history, bro. Because
the place that you went
shit.
to, I think, just outside of Heidelberg or something, like near Frankfurt, wasn't it?
yeah, half an hour away.
Wiesbaden or Wiesbaden?
No. Well, so there's a river. Half of the river is called Wiesbaden, and the place where we hung out, it's called Mainz.
Right.
And I always joke around. It's like, oh, you find that right after entree and just before dessert. Yeah. But it's a pretty dope town. Like, a lot of the places, are, if you go to like a place like Frankfurt, because the war really, like, you know, a lot of the place got bombed and stuff. So our first day, we were walking through Frankfurt. It looks like an old-timey kind of town center. Yeah. But it's all been rebuilt. Like, it was a facade.
It's
really
refurbished and stuff.
Yeah. Those things are less than 100 years old. Whereas you go half an hour away, and this is the type of shit there's like pillars there that the Romans built it. And I was like, what the fuck are you talking about the Romans? He goes, yeah, man, like, way before that, Roman was kicking around in Germany, like, building shit. And it's just crazy to see that kind of, I had no idea. I guess Romans did a lot of shit.
Yeah, they tried to take over the world.
Yeah, bro. Apparently Germany was one of them.
Yeah.
But,
That's some crazy shit, because, like, if there was a tourist that'd be around here and come into Australia, I'd be like, where do you want to get drunk? I want to know shit, bro.
Yeah.
Like, you, not like, maybe because, like, because Australia does have some mad history and stuff, so.
But we're a younger country compared
country.
to, I guess, a lot of European countries. Like, there's, bro, you know what's wild? We went to John's area, apparently there was like on the news. It was like, oh, dude, there's they had to evacuate someplace because they found a bomb. And like for us, it's like, holy shit,
This
fuck
is
up.
a regular occurrence. In
Apparently, it
Germany.
happens every 2 weeks, bro. They still find bombs there.
So they're doing some excavation, some construction,
Yeah.
and they're like, oh, we've got to stop construction, we've got to stop excavation
There's a
because
bomb in
they're
the ground.
bombs.
And then,
Oh,
and
like
then they
that
have
one that hasn't
teams
been
that'll,
detonated.
Yeah.
yeah,
Wow.
They're not sure if it's detonated. It's just it's just
Yeah.
there. And they
Because
because
just-
there was so many like that was dropped
Yeah.
in the country. Like not longer than 100 years ago. Like they're still finding them today. So every couple of weeks, you'll just hear on the news. But it sounds like a fucking traffic report. By the way, look, try to avoid Parramatta Road today because there's a bomb there. See if you can go around it.
all right.
And
reckon
everyone's
they
just like, yeah, cool, all right. Let
Do you reckon someone was on a date at that time they had to evacuate and be like, you
Here's the
caused this, didn't you? 'Cause you the bomb.
Because you're the bomb. I just wanted some quiet time with you, baby.
You
I wanted some alone time.
long time.
You're the bomb.
Have the little alarm thing.
Yeah, they're just going. Yeah, they're going.
Every time I hang around with you, alarm goes off, baby.
it must be our explosive chemistry.
We're so ahead of our time that the Germans back then hid bombs here just for this moment right here. They knew about our chemistry. So explosive back then that they had evacuated
Sparks
them.
were flying.
The sparks were flying, bro.
So is the shrapnel.
Bro, I saw this like a comic strip, and then it's like a couple like on a mountaintop, and then they're looking at clouds, and then the chick goes, "Oh, that cloud looks like a rabbit," and he's like, "Oh yeah, it does," and then he looks and he goes, "Oh, that cloud looks like a mushroom," and then the next photo is like a fucking explosion aftermath. And I was like, oh fuck, that's dark.
That's
But
dark.
it's funny.
That's still,
Cloud looks like
if
a
that was
mushroom.
real shit, bro, I would rather die that way, bro.
looking
Looking
at the thing.
looking up and be like, being oblivious to everything.
You know that.
I wouldn't want to die like knowing that's happening.
That's true, man.
Be like, okay, look at that cloud.
Your
That looks
final
really nice.
seconds, I don't want to have my back turned to it. Oh, actually, it would be pretty cool to walk away from an explosion. Yeah, fuck it.
Yeah,
Have my little
Get the
Wonder
shot.
Woman moment, bro.
Cool guys. Don't look at explosions.
He's like, yo, get this shot. It's for the content.
Yeah.
Or you can go out on a date and be like, you did it again. One of your bumps.
It's just like, there you go again, baby. Blowing me away.
Till
me away.
death do us part, baby.
Let me sweep you off your feet one more time.
Take my breath away. Sex bomb.
This
Sex
is so
bomb.
romantic. Sex bomb.
Mate.
All right.
You brighten up my day.
Fine.
All right, let's go to another segment.
Oh shit! All right. What did I have as a wild thought? I think I kind of mentioned bits and pieces already.
It's going to be mostly about Germany, isn't it?
I know.
This is
Pretty
the
much.
German-Filipino connection.
all the Germany stuff. Like the thing that I like for a car guy like me, right? Like going there is pretty cool. Like, because again, the freeways, there's no
Speed limit.
Yeah, bro.
So
Like it's like your cars
crazy.
can like stretch their legs, dude.
Yeah.
And then if you had to go places, everyone's cruising the same. It's one of those things that I feel like they're able to have something like that because there's Germans in that country. And you know what I'm saying? Like we can't have that shit because we have Australians in this country. Like we can't trust each other with the road like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I don't know, like just for I don't know, a dude like me, I kind of wish that we had something like this here, but at the same time not, because of the people I know.
The thing that I noticed in Germany is like that the difference between Germany and Austria is like Germany has lots of like flat areas, So you can drive on pretty much straight roads, whereas in Austria there's heaps of winding roads and stuff like that.
The hills
It's
are
more
alive.
fun.
with the sound of music.
And I think similarly here in Australia, like
We got a lot of flat roads here,
yeah,
but we just I don't know, just dumb shit like kangaroos or whatever. That and
Wombats.
and Australians too. Like I legit like I can drive down my street and he's like, fuck, I don't trust that motherfucker. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And at the same time, like, and it's like I don't know, like a speed demon type thing in me. But imagine if we had something like that, like if they had roads in Philippines, no speed limit, which already kind of exists.
It just
But
can't
it's
because there's too much traffic.
There's fucking traffic for some reason. Like, you could have, but you know the speed demons that I kind of wish to aspire to be when I grow up is a Filipino bus driver. Like, not I know you're talking about like buses. Like a majority of people ride jeepneys and stuff, and that's true. But like if you're taking a trek from, say, Makati to Quezon City or whatever, you don't take a jeep because it's like a longer travel. You take a bus, and those motherfuckers like speed. Like rules do not apply to them.
yeah.
For some
go
reason,
in.
even if there's traffic, they'll get you to your place in time. And you know when you ever seen like the first Fast and Furious movies where they snake through the traffic and stuff? Buses somehow they do that shit without hitting anyone.
Yeah.
And
Wow.
it's like if you were a Filipino bus driver, you come to work in your Honda Civic, right? And then someone forgets to tell you that the thing you're driving today is not a Honda Civic. So they forget to tell this this driver that the vehicle that you're driving is 30 foot long, right? Not a fucking hatchback. But he just drives it like a fucking Civic through the traffic. So somehow that gets him there gets people in time. But the whole driving thing, like in Germany, it kind of made me think back to like when my granddad was teaching me how to drive, just because it's like such I don't know, just enjoying the fact that like driving so much and being that in Germany. It's like when my granddad was telling me how to drive, when you go rowing through gears and stuff, they don't do it in Tagalog, they kind of do it in Spanish. So like first gear is primera, and second gear is segunda, which is first, second,
Yep.
and then third is tercera. Like that's how you don't say isa or gear dalawa. You know what I mean?
Gear Suiza.
Yeah. And then I kind of thought like, I remember those three, right? But never really heard the fourth one. I don't know what fourth gear is in Philippines. And it's probably, I was thinking to myself like, even all the time that I watched my Lolo drive, I don't think I've seen him go into fourth gear because we were stuck in traffic fucking 90% of the time. So I was like, fuck,
Only
man.
up to 3.
He might have been a speed demon, who knows? But we never really had the opportunity to see.
I drive automatic, so that joke went over my head. Shouts to the auto drivers out there.
But that was the thing that I don't know. Did you ever in Germany? There's lots of places where you can just gun it. There's no speed limit on the autobahns.
What
This
was the
guy
fastest
went
one?
over 200 kilometers per hour.
Wow.
But that was like, I don't know, because it was fun. No, like when we got out of the plane, right, got our cars and shit, you went ahead because you got your car way earlier than I did.
Yeah.
This guy gave me the address to his hotel, and then the short distance from the airport to the hotel.
It's like
There's
15 minutes drive.
Yeah, it's not that long. It's like here to Blacktown. But imagine a part of that M4, like that motorway, was there's no speed limit. Fucking 5 minutes into driving in that country, I hit like 175. It's like, you know what? Might as well. You know what I mean? Like, why
What's
would
the
you?
top speed
Why
limit
would you do
in
that
Australia
in front
again?
of me?
Like what's
Top
the
speed
highest
in
speed?
Australia is probably one.
I think
120,
in
right?
New South
120,
Wales it's
up to
110, 120.
Yeah.
I don't think I've seen
anything
above
bigger than that.
110.
Yeah.
In
120
Northern
or 110.
Territory, there's no speed limits in like the long highways.
Yeah.
Like the
In the
big
middle
in the
of
country,
nowhere.
whatever. Yeah.
But it's
So
like
there's
the
those
places
videos.
where you fucking hit an emu if you're not careful.
Yeah, that's scary. Wow,
So,
that's
I
fast.
don't think
I
you'd
didn't-
want to.
I didn't push the car as I got a
What were you driving?
I was driving an MG, like a small SUV.
Yeah.
MG. It wasn't as good as the BMW that Garcia was able to hire.
Was it which BM was it? Was it like a
Station wagon 520. It was a diesel.
Oh,
That's what I noticed. A lot of people drive diesels there because you get so much more
Yeah.
mileage. It's cheaper.
Sounds fun,
Yeah.
Cheaper to run. But yeah, there was a point there where I was like, all right, this is cool. I don't want to push it anymore because I don't really trust like how the brakes are in this car and just like random factors and shit. But
I didn't push.
the car could probably go a bit faster. I didn't want to.
Oh, was there a lot of people driving at like 170 as well?
Oh,
Like you'd
dude,
see
people
occasionally?
gun it.
Pretty much. So the second day that I was there, I went to go for like to a city that's 2 hours away.
Yeah.
The cruise to that area was like on average it was 160, 170.
Yeah.
And then
so majority of people were going.
but not
160.
everybody has to. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just that.
I think you're right
going.
though. I think because the understanding, so you also trust the drivers there. It's what
Yeah.
they're used to. So the 170 would probably feel pretty casual, but also like you could just go 100 if you want to, and people aren't going to judge and be like, "You're
If
too
you go on
fucking slow,"
100,
and
stay on the fucking slow
stay in
lane.
the
and,
right
and
lane or
everybody
some
knows
shit.
to do that.
Exactly,
See, this is
yeah.
why I'm saying like we can't have that shit in Australia.
Yeah, because Australia is just like.
because Australians, bro.
I feel like Australia, right? There's two things. It's either you're the dickhead driving fast and telling everyone, "Fuck, everyone's so slow." Then you see someone go faster than you, and you're like, "Whoa, slow down! You're gonna kill someone." It's like that.
Also, like
mentality.
people just like hang out in the fast lane in Australia.
Yeah, it's
Like
annoying.
they'll
you
be in
get
the
trucks and shit on the fast lane. Like, what
Yeah.
the fuck are you doing, bro?
in Germany. In Germany, there's specific like signs that say trucks can't overtake. So on most of the
about-
autobahns,
yeah.
the trucks don't
All about
overtake.
the
So you can just
efficiency.
gun it, and the trucks
Stay
stay
on the slow lane
Yeah.
where you're gonna need to be.
Yeah.
Like keep everyone safe and shit. You know that's fucking
Haven't-
one terrifying thing about the autobahn, right?
Yeah.
They don't have you know when you drive down the freeway at night, there's like
No street lights.
right? On the
fuck.
autobahn there's no street lights. So the only thing that's
scary.
lighting the road is
Your
the
car.
headlight or
Your
whatever. So that second night that I was there, it started hailing. Like there's crazy storms and shit. And then I'm driving back 2 hours up north and there's trucks in front of me, there's fucking water being spat out. You know that wash that when you're following a car and shit.
Yeah.
I'm seeing that, and then these motherfuckers are like zooming past me because they're used to it, bro, and they probably know like how their car handles in the wet, going like 120, 130 in the wet, like in the rain, and then I'm thinking, fuck, dude, I'm going like 90, 100, and I'm shitting myself.
Yeah.
Like, oh.
Yeah,
And then
that's
again,
scary.
it's so dark, like it's really hard to see the lines and shit. And then the crazy thing was like you'd be driving and like there's points when there's no one in front of me. It's dark, and then like the sky's just all black, and then all of a sudden a fucking lightning would go across the sky and light things up for like a few seconds. But the thing was that when it lit up, I'm seeing like mountain range and bloody windmills.
Oh,
So I'm just seeing
man.
the shadows of that. For like a few seconds, it'll light up and then it'll go disappear again. It was the most beautiful and eerie thing at the same time, bro.
I should have given you. I should
Lights
have
up
given
again,
you.
and then you see a woman on the road staring at you. It disappears.
A fucking German 5, which is an Australian 9.
A fun.
In the middle of the road, naked,
Oh shit!
together in the bedroom.
I should have given you the GoPro. I was going to give you the
It would've
GoPro
been-
when we went to Nürburgring.
This is the type of stuff you don't really like. I didn't expect to see.
That kind of stuff, like driving from Germany to Austria, the scenery is amazing. Going from like flat surface to like all the mountains and the lakes and the rivers and stuff. Like, man, this is nuts.
It's so nice.
It's just amazing to see. Ah, dude.
Bro. Okay, I got a segment.
Oh,
Sorry,
yeah.
sorry about the German talk. I'm gonna have to like put it on hold on the shelf for a second.
Sorry about the
Yeah.
German talk.
We're like 1.5.
You asked us about it.
No, I shouldn't have.
How was Germany? Well, let's
Well,
talk
here
about
we go.
it.
90 minutes of Germany. So
Hey, there's a bit of
German's
Filipino stuff in there.
I got a segment called Time Coders. It's gonna be a new segment.
Coders.
For the next 10 weeks, I am going to go through time in probably one of our most most definitive decades of our lives,
Decades.
and it's going to go through the 2000s.
Time
Oh.
of
Because I feel
Cheatcoders.
like the 2000s is where we grew to find ourselves and
Yeah.
really
It's the
get
best
immersed in the culture of the 2000s, whether it be music, pop culture.
You know,
And
the
I think
2000s
that's
will-
what,
is
yeah.
the best.
Because the 90s is
the
when we were
pre-
kids.
pre-tech.
We were kind of like kids, and I think when we were in the 2000s, we were teenagers to men type of thing. This is where
Teenagers
this is,
to men.
This is where we were in our
Teenagers to
primitive
men.
years.
Would you
of
say?
growth?
Would you
of
say we were
evolution.
boys to men?
Teen to men.
If we're doing
Teenagers to
90s to
men, bro.
2000s
Teenagers.
to 2000s, maybe boys to men, but
Nah,
this
nah,
is
nah.
2000s.
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 The
man.
noughties.
So every single year, every single week, I'm gonna do a year from the 2000s going upwards. So to this week,
The
we are
year
gonna do
2000.
the year 2000.
All right. All right.
So the time code is for the year 2000.
Y2K.
Will Smith.
So all right. So I'm just gonna go through a couple of events that has happened in that 2000s because I want to get in touch with those people in our audience that are really
Millennials.
embrace the 2000s and give them that nostalgic feeling and be like, oh yeah, I remember those times.
Yeah.
And then even the younger audience over there, this is the shit that happened in the 2000s when you were growing up and being a little baby and shit.
Do you remember?
So in my list of things that happened in the 2000s, we had the 2000 Olympics in
Yeah.
Sydney.
In
Nikki
the
Webster.
winner is
Is
Sydney.
Sydney.
And I'm talking about that because we are Filipino Australians. So when we had the Olympics in Sydney of all the places, in our state, in our city,
Yeah.
that has to be on top of the list of the year 2000.
Yeah.
So
Yep.
did you end up going to the Olympics?
I had tickets to. I saw one event, but I remember my uncle had tickets to the finals, the basketball finals. So typical, like, I don't know, Philo Tito. He works on those like the boats that would go away for months at a time, and then yeah, dude, he had the basketball tickets to the dream team and shit.
Oh,
dude,
bro.
like it was gonna take me in there.
That's
That's
mad.
crazy.
And it was famously when Vince Carter
Yeah.
dunked over that tall motherfucker,
Yeah.
like jumped over him and then dunked. I could have seen that shit live, but we couldn't go.
I don't know. I don't know if I was working at the stadiums then. That because I think I was working the stadiums during that time. And there was a lot of people that were doing like stadium work, just like working in.
There was
like
a lot of voluntary work that you
Yeah.
could have done. But I didn't put my hand out that shit. You ain't getting paid, man.
Yeah. And also, like, I
Do
remember
it for
because
a
like,
cool shirt.
do you have that tito and tita that you're not really close to, and then you don't really talk to them as much. But at this time, like I got to spend time with that tito and tita, and God bless their soul, they recently passed away. So this is one of my memories that I had with them,
condolences.
and it was crazy because like they're like ninongs with my sister. And they wanted to give tickets to her to go to the Olympics to see
right.
the athletic side. So it was in the main friggin' like
Yeah,
main
the full-
stadium,
yeah.
bro. And my sister couldn't go for I forgot the reason. So they took me instead.
Yeah,
The
that's
one, just
cool.
imagine like going from your godchild to someone that you're not really close with,
Yeah.
and then
You're not my nana.
and then I was lucky to go. It's like at the time I was like 12. I was 12,
Yeah.
not interested in anything.
You're
You know,
not-
like
you're
I was
not a
just
stranger.
too cool for school type of vibe. So when I went to the Olympics, when we saw the I think this is when Kathy Freeman won the 400 and as
Yeah.
well
Yep.
as jumping jai. That was the big thing, doing the long jump, and this is when he was like killing it, bro.
Yeah.
Killing it
And
to a
everyone's
point.
doing the clap?
Everyone's doing
Yeah.
the clap, and I was doing the clap in the audience and stuff. And he every time he would beat someone's score, everyone would
Yeah,
go
fucking erupt.
fucking nuts, bro. And then you would see people like my uncle, and he would be like next to someone that he doesn't know anything about, some old white dude, and they're full hugging each other and shit and
Yeah.
cheering it on. And I was like, bro,
I love that sport can do that, man.
Yeah,
Just bring people
oh,
together.
That's what the Olympics is supposed to do, right?
Yeah.
Rather than keep people
Well,
apart.
part keeps
Yeah.
it together.
It's
Like
the-
it kept me. That was the only memory I have with my tatita and tito, and
Yeah.
like I was.
And it's
I'm-
cool that it's a beautiful.
It was a
memory
beautiful
too.
memory. So like when we did that, went to the funeral and stuff. That's all I could think about. So, and it was really cool to just experience that atmosphere of the Olympics.
Yeah.
That was the most Olympic I felt in my life, bro. I was like, bro, I never experienced anything on that level of sport in a long time. I've been to many other sporting events, but nothing tops that Sydney Olympics, bro.
That's crazy. Hometown.
Hometown, and your home is killing it.
Yeah, dude.
They built a baseball stadium, and I remember that was the first time I'd ever heard of baseball in Australia at all.
That's right,
Yeah.
Blacktown.
In
right?
Doonside, yeah. Like, whoa, there's a baseball stadium. Whoa.
All right,
That's a weird looking cricket ground.
moving on to
Australia's
another
playing
event.
baseball?
So, in the year 2000, they released the PlayStation 2.
Hey.
They first
Oh,
released the
was it?
PlayStation 2 on the year 2000. So, did you have a PlayStation 2?
Yeah, I did.
Yep.
Yeah, I did.
I was
that's a
I was
lot
a
of
more
money.
Nintendo guy. I was always Nintendo all the way, stubborn as fuck until the PlayStation.
Wait, what
3
was the
came out.
Nintendo equivalent of PS2?
Nintendo
was the-
64?
I know. I
And
did.
Wasn't that
have a
PlayStation
PS2.
1 though?
Yeah,
Because
like,
PlayStation 1 and Nintendo 64
I
came
think
out.
it'd be like Nintendo 64. Then after that, it went to like GameCube and shit. But Nintendo 64 kind of covered from 1 to 2 type of thing. But then when
Okay, yeah.
GameCube came out, that was the same time as
It wasn't.
PlayStation 3.
I think Nintendo was starting to like delve into like a different type of game because then Xbox
GameCube?
came out too.
Yeah,
late.
GameCube was the one that really made me switch to PlayStation for sure.
Yeah, yeah. You're like,
Nintendo,
it's,
the thing that
it's
had
kiddie shit.
it going for it was Pokemon, right? Like that
Pokemon
was its
Stadium
main driving
or the Game Boys?
thinger.
I think Nintendo like couldn't compete with all like Xbox and PlayStation because it was more geared to older audiences.
Yeah.
And then Nintendo was like, you know what, we know our niche. We're gonna keep like with the Marios, Mario.
And there's always going to be kids, so
Switch.
do it.
You know,
Yeah.
what was the other one? The one with the
The
The Wii.
The Wii.
the Wii.
They
that
didn't
one
come
killed
out
it.
until later in that decade.
But yeah, like that was sort of like the
that was
trajectory
their,
of where
that
they
was
were going
their
towards.
lane,
Yeah.
I guess. I
Yeah.
didn't get a PlayStation 2 until like I got a job. I started.
I think
I had
I'm
to
the
work for
same
that
man.
shit,
I think I got a PS3 with my own money when I got a job.
Yeah.
You think like, whoa, I'm making so much money. I'm gonna buy a PlayStation.
Okay,
I was
so
like 12 shifts
the
at
top
McDonald's.
the top grossing movies in the year 2000, which was a surprising
was it?
number one. The number one movie was How the Grinch Stole Christmas.
Oh, what the
So
fuck?
that was a surprising one. I was like, whoa, that's
watch
not,
that.
I don't think of 2000 of that. And then the top five of that year was number one, How the Grinch Stole Christmas. Number two was Mission Impossible 2. Number
Oh,
three was Gladiator.
I'm surprised that's not number
Yeah.
one, dude.
Number four was The Perfect Storm,
Nah, you know
and
what?
then
Yeah.
number five was Meet the Parents. So they were all released in
Meet the
2000.
Parents. Not even Meet the Fockers, bro. Like it was the
Meet the
first
Parents,
one.
the first one.
Parents.
Wow.
I'm surprised Mission
Ben
Impossible
Stiller.
2. Like one wasn't already out. So one was in the 90s. Mission
All right,
Impossible.
so guys, so we got some music heads here. What do you think was the top song? And,
Will Smith.
or even something in the. I'm gonna go with Australia because like there's always worldwide, and then I mean like that was like American, and I'm going with the Australian list
In
of
2000?
the top.
Was it
song.
Nikki Webster?
It might have been Nikki Webster because that was during the Olympics.
of the
and she was-
Strawberry
I'm-
Kisses?
it's gonna be pretty hard, so I'm gonna tell you. Like I'm gonna let you know. Like
Craig David.
let me know which
Craig
is
David
the top
must have been
two.
up there for
Bro.
sure.
Bro.
Craig David must have been up there for sure.
I'll let you.
David.
All right. So the top five songs
So
that were in
Isn't
the
that song
Australian
with it?
list.
How bizarre? How
The-
bizarre.
That
that
was a jam, bro. So the first song is "I'm Out of Love." That was number one by Anastasia, which is crazy. Number two,
Oh, yeah.
number two was "Teenage Dirtbag."
Oh, Wheatus.
Wait, whatever happened to
Yeah.
Anastasia? She was hot, bro.
With the glasses and shit.
Yeah. Ooh.
And then number three
She's
was
a
probably
German
my
seven.
jam at the time was "Freestyler" by
Oh,
Bone Funk MC,
shit.
bro.
Dunk MC.
Oh, dude, this
Freestyler.
is remind. All right, yep, that makes sense. So that was the same year a
microphone.
bunch of my mates from school
Tried to
started breakdancing
I'm pretty sure that just
Bone
because of
Funk
that song, they
MCs.
because
started.
of that song. Yeah. Fuck.
And then number four was "Music" by Madonna, and then number five was "Say My Name" by
Oh,
Destiny's
shit.
Child.
That was the
That was the year
beginning.
2000, beginning of Beyonce.
Beginning of the takeover.
Beginning
Beyonce.
of the Beyonce takeover.
You know what
was
else happened in 2000? Bro, I lost my virginity.
Hey, that's why I had this segment, bro. So you could get your mind
Look at
back
that
into that
boom.
All the
sound.
milestones. Add that to the
Was it
milestones.
to Anastasia as well, bro?
That was the birth of Bar.
Set me free.
It was to that. How bizarre. So I mentioned it.
All right. Since we're a Filipino podcast, I had to find something that was Filipino that happened in that year.
Yeah.
And the thing that I found that I didn't even have to look for it in like Filipino like internet was that the I love you virus was spread around the
in
world
2000?
in 2000.
Wow,
In the
okay.
year 2000, the I
What
love you
virus was that?
virus
Wow.
was
fuck
spread
is that?
from the Philippines, originated
Yeah.
straight from the Philippines.
That kind of put us on the map.
Hey man.
Wait, can you give us context? What's this I love you virus?
So it's I love
Is it
you
an actual
virus is practically just like a message, like an email saying I love you, right? And this is before
Yeah.
any other spam type of thing was
Oh,
going on.
like an actual computer virus. I thought like a
computer
sickness.
virus, like
I thought it was like a
computer
fucking pandemic, and I completely missed it. Like, what do you mean?
So everyone was like over the whole Y2K bug thing.
Yeah.
We did not die from that era of Y2K.
Yeah, gotcha. Okay.
And now this I love you bug comes around, and then you'll be getting an email saying I love you, and like giving appreciation.
I think
You
the way
click on
that it worked is you open
Malware.
it up, and then that would send itself to your address book, and that's how it spreads so quickly. So anyone that would open up an email and say "I love you,"
Bang, bang,
Yeah.
bang.
next minute,
And I love it because
Your
it came from
computer
the
doesn't work.
Philippines, bro. Like,
Came
of
from the-
course it came from the
You
Philippines.
love it because it came from there.
It came from the Philippines. Of course, the one that says "I love you" comes from the
Hell
Philippines.
yeah, number
bro.
one.
The only fun fact about, well, not really fun, but I was learning this when I was in high school about the Y2K bug. The only reason why it was called the Y2K bug was the year was always set in 2 digits. So it was like,
Yeah.
you know, it was always like, you know, in 1991 it was just 91, 92, 93.
And then if it goes to 00, it's like kind of like resetting itself.
yeah, they,
Yeah.
they just weren't sure how the fucking
Yeah.
system's gonna deal
So,
with that.
so a lot of organizations needed to change from 2 digits for the year to 4 digits just to cater for it, because they thought like everything's just gonna shit itself, because once it gets to 00, explosion.
It's just,
So dumb.
Little did they know they were full analyzing this, but something that would just profess their love to you.
yeah.
That's
Yeah.
the shit that'll get you.
Love is what
Love
it
will
is.
get you.
Love is gonna get you.
You think
gonna
it's
get
about time? It's about love.
Love is gonna get you.
You remember in 2012 when everyone was going, "Oh, 2012 December is the end of the world," because the Aztec calendar ends on.
Yeah.
And then and man, like it didn't really affect me, right? Because not like I was worried, because I seen this shit before. Because again, Y2K and all that bullshit, and it's like, you know what happens when the calendar ends? You flip that shit back to the start.
Yes, go back to the beginning.
We've seen
Problem
this with
solved.
computers. We've seen this with fucking.
The Aztec calendar stops.
That's what happens to the world when my watch strikes 12? Yeah, you know what? It just keeps fucking going, dickhead.
And this is in the year of 2000 was also the golden age of retro mobile phones. So
Flip
this
side,
is
retro.
right?
the 3310s of the world.
Oh, the OG.
Yeah, the
that-
Nokia
that-
phones.
Bro,
Nokia
5110.
Bro,
Bro.
Nokia was at its height.
No,
bro.
not even that. You remember the Ericsson ones, and then
Yeah, bro.
the
The
antenna
flip
would fall
phones.
off, and then they'd make you get it. No, it wasn't even flip. It was a massive blue Ericsson phone. It's like a giant walkie-talkie, and then
Oh,
the
yeah,
antenna
yeah.
would fucking fall off, and you go to the store and they'd replace it with this metal one. So I always thought like they know this. It automatically fucking falls off, so they make you buy this metal antenna after. Anyways,
That was the beginning. That was like the beginnings of Apple's what's it called?
Apple's
Their
like, I
business
know,
plan.
yeah, we can fuck up our phones after 3 years, and they gotta buy a new one.
Bro, you know what's wild, man? We used to pay to have ringtones, bro.
Yeah, man.
That was the
Bloody
crazy
hell.
thing.
It's like your phone doesn't ring.
I remember like if you didn't want to pay for the ringtone,
You had to use the
you
composer.
could,
bro.
you
can
can program
code it
it yourself. Dude, I
It'll
remember
be like, "Dirt, dirt, dirt." That's you composing the ringtone. Dirt, dirt. This is how bad I wanted Usher's "You Got a Bad" on my ringtone. Dirt. You got it. So I was changing the ringtone.
I remember somebody put the ringtone of Freestyler,
yeah.
that kind of that riff from Freestyler.
Nowadays,
Like the microphone.
no one gives a fuck about ringtones now, bro.
Yeah,
if you had a
I
ringtone,
agree.
you're weed now in 2023,
Yeah, you look
bro.
like you look
You're a
weirdo,
weird
yeah,
guy,
but-
bro. Be basic, bro.
You're a weird guy.
You're a
All
weird
right.
guy.
Let me change my phone.
And
Okay.
there's 2 more points for the year 2000 that I
Yeah.
found out. The Sims was first released, and the Sims
Wait,
was
wait,
my
the human
shit, bro.
Sims.
The humans, the computer games.
So not even SimCity. Yeah,
Not
yeah.
even
That's crazy.
SimCity was way before that. Then
Yeah,
SimCity was
SimCity
before it.
was
Yeah,
just
yeah.
like, yeah.
SimCity
Am
was
I the
my
only
shit.
one who hasn't
I'm-
played
I
Sims?
miss
Oh,
the.
bro. It was like a
I
human
played Sims
Tamagotchi, bro. It was the maddest.
I was playing
It's
Pokemon.
fun, bro. Bro, you can mod the Sims now too. I had my Sims having a cocaine party. It was sick. Anyway,
I
my
can imagine what you could do with The Sims now. I've only played The Sims 1.
Like
bro.
you just took something
can
that was really wholesome, like
Oh,
kids
no,
could
I-
play,
I-
and just
I-
like
I
let's
fucked
put
it up.
drugs in it.
there's drugs, murders. It was really a messed up house.
You turn it into the
Crack
Purge,
house.
the Purge
was the
Sims.
Purge. It was
Bro,
a crack house.
I'd had a female Sims, and she would just be sleeping around with everyone, bro.
Far out,
Orgies.
Yeah, my Sim was a slut, bro.
slap.
Couldn't find the stairs in the friggin' pool, bro.
It's had turns in the pool.
And the last point that I want to put
That's
into
not a pool I wanna
2000s, in the year 2000s, I put this point in because we have one of the Cheatcoders here. He's a big fan of this guy.
I knew it. I knew it.
This was a point in one of these, like,
I knew it.
one of those websites where they described year 2000. This was a whole section on this guy, bro.
I knew it.
It was the rose to fame, the rise to the fame for the one Craig David. So this he had the
Select.
run, bro. The run of Fill Me In, Rendezvous, 7 days, all in that year, bro. And then I was,
love it.
I had to put that
I love how
point,
you
bro.
Then,
So the point was his
yeah,
rise.
I love how
so
Don's
we can see your
enthusiasm
boner.
is.
That whole paragraph on him, bro.
Dude, honestly, like I remember. Actually, I wasn't working at the stadiums then.
Like Born to
That
Do
was
It was
really-
the main thing.
Yeah,
Year
dude.
2000, Born to Do It.
I was working at, and this is a long time ago, Tandy Electronics.
Oh,
which is now,
shit.
yeah,
They're
which
bankrupt.
became Dick Smith Electronics, and then I think is now Kogan. But anyway, I was working for Tandy Electronics in the store, in retail, and I had access to all the stereos, and so I had a Born to Do It CD that I would play on
You
repeat.
played it on all of the stereos.
On repeat, man, on repeat, on the end thing, and then
By lunchtime, I'd be like sick of it, bro.
oh, bro,
You put it on the stereo, be like, hey, you want to check out the stereo? You want to check it out? You want to hear it? No, I came here just to look
For
at
the
the
bass.
batteries.
I'm trying to buy a GPS. I'm trying to buy an
Listen to this-
Asman.
no, but I would
Like,
have.
listen to this voice.
I also sold-
sold.
I sold
to
so
the
many
bass,
phones
though.
as well because back in those days you could buy a phone just by itself in a pack, and you could also get like a SIM card and stuff. All you needed to do was show a driver's license. There would be times when people would go into the store and buy a whole bunch of the Nokia phones,
Yeah,
Wow.
and then they like
they're called burner phones.
it's like what do you need
What
to
are
have
these
Nokia
deal-
phones
these
for?
dealers, bro? That's
Yeah,
like
sure.
Yeah,
straight
don't
criminal
ask
organization.
questions, Don. Be cool, man. Be cool.
I didn't ask the questions, but it's just kind of like you just give it like the
Yeah.
knowing nod, just like okay,
I'd like
I'm
100
not going to
phones,
say
please.
anything.
Do you remember when you could sample CDs? So you go to HMV and then you could sample an album before it came out
Yes.
in the headphones, and they'd give you like 3 songs. It's like if you like it, you can buy the rest.
Yeah.
Those were the days.
That's what
Now
that
it's
was
just
that was what
Spotify.
Craig David was
I
doing
should-
on his album cover. He was
Was
sampling
he?
a song.
He was
gonna-
sampling. It's like
Yeah,
He's
He
a
was
HMV.
listening to
This is
song.
probably my favorite CD. I'll go with this one.
Yes, I definitely listen to
I
the CD. It's really
I
good.
knew it was gonna be a point.
Yeah, because 2000 was the year of the Craig David, bro. The Craig David.
So many
All right.
hits. So
That
many
was my
hits.
time coders
Backstreet and stuff.
segment for
I
this
like
man.
that segment.
I
man.
enjoyed that.
That
Next
was
week
good.
we're gonna travel to 2001.
2001. It's gonna
Gonna
be.
be,
Ooh.
You know,
gonna
it's
be
very
a
hard to
dark
you
one,
know what's
but
cool?
we'll make some fun. At
Yeah.
You know what's really
you
cool about this segment? Because you bunch up. Usually, when you think 2000s, you bunch everything up in those 10 years. But you're going by year, and it's just
Year by year,
makes
baby.
It very,
It's
it makes
the-
it very specific,
it's the-
and you're like,
it's n-
ooh.
Yeah, we're done with the
Cool.
90s. It's now the noughties.
Hey, the naughties. I remember when they called that shit, bro. Shut up, bro. they were trying to bring back like the 80s type of vibe where it was like really naughty. Like,
Yeah.
but like
Proper naughty.
2000s compared to like the 80s and shit.
They,
Tame.
80s is
as fuck.
something
there used to
else, bro.
be there used to be ads for like CDs or albums
Bro.
on TV, and they'd be like the best hits from the 60s, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, and the noughties.
Have you guys remember? Do you guys remember that show, the cartoon, The Toxic Avenger?
Yes. I love that show. I had a figurine.
Did you watch the movie? Cause it's actually so
Yeah,
fucked up. Because
I
I
remember
remember buying the toys and I liked it. Then I was like,
Yeah.
oh, there's a movie. Because you remember the Ninja Turtles movie was live action.
Yep.
The Toxic Avenger one, straight up rape, nudity, fucking extreme violence. And I'm watching this at like
Oh, they're
12.
toxic.
Dude, it's in the title.
No, but like the
It's not like the
cartoon was
Avengers,
normal.
but really toxic.
They're
So-
very toxic.
Hulk's like
No,
he'll fuck you, but like he will like never call you again.
Hulk smash and ghost you.
Hulk smash and go.
and ghost you.
Hulk
And then
smash
smash your head in.
and go.
Oh, dude.
A Hulk smash and go.
Black
never
Widow.
to be heard
Yeah,
again.
Black Widow will eat you after she has sex with you.
Oh, actually, yeah, the reason I brought that up was I feel like everyone on set was on cocaine. Like you could see in their eyes. So 80s,
You
everyone
kind of
was just
needed to
fucked.
be a.
There's
It's just like I feel like it was just the norm there. Like that was the cigarettes back then. It's like, oh, you want to have a line just for whatever reason.
crazy.
Let's go outside to have a line.
It was
Oh,
so
we're about to do the
casual.
scene. Let's have a line. Just casual. Everyone's
God.
beaming. It's just such an intense movie, and I was like watching it again. It was actually a bit scary. They're making a remake, so it's
You
coming
know,
out.
there's
soon.
a
Just
remake
so that-
coming out. I want to watch the.
Yeah.
Just
this
to that
year.
point of it being so cash back then, I saw a clip, Nats, of Diego Maradona, the football player or soccer player for Argentina. There's one clip where he scores a goal, starts running around and shit. His mates, obviously they come to celebrate together.
Yeah.
One of the side ref, the guy with the flag,
Yeah.
comes running up to him and then goes up to his nose like he's your celebratory bump, and he does that shit, bro, in mid game. Like,
Are they allowed to do that?
I guess over there they were, but they did it without like it was like, oh, where's my fucking ref with my, you know what I mean? Like he was, oh yeah, sorry, here we go. I'm sorry, I'm late.
A drink of water.
And it was
Instead
just
of
so
water,
normal,
it's like,
bro.
oh, you need some more Coke. To
Yeah, no, like
better.
water. No, I'm good, man. I'm not thirsty right now.
Instead of there being
You
a water
see,
boy.
I just had a fucking goal. I want to celebrate. I want to celebrate with H2O.
In some sports, there's a ball boy. In some other sports, there's a water boy.
Coke. It's a Coke boy.
Yeah, for
Yeah,
football,
no.
it's a Coke boy.
Yo, where's my Coke boy?
And this is the type of party that Nats wanted to create it in Sims.
He just wanted to. He should have scored more
man, I got
goals.
Sims. They're having a Coke party right now.
Coke party.
Party right
They
now.
were drinking Coca-Cola for the kids that listen to us.
Why do you think
80s.
that you put their shirts
80s,
over
bro.
their face when they're running, bro? They get the coke thing
They've just got a bag in their shirt. They're like,
With Coke on their face.
And you thought that their jersey had stripes. This shit was blue before.
That's why nearly most of the jerseys there's like some form of line there, so you
Yeah.
can just put one of that, boom, ready to go, bro. Ref's like red card, yeah.
He uses the card to go.
Oh, dude.
Go!
And when they slide, bro, that's how they get the long
Yeah.
line. Just sliding like.
Even the
Hey,
commentator,
here's-
you hear him.
Here's the thing. Speaking of this, I put it in the chat because I wanted to talk about it. Recently, I think they're going to be passing a law in Canberra to legalize
yeah.
illicit substances.
Oh, yeah.
drugs.
That's the
You get a
place to do
slap
it.
in the wrist if you get
Bro,
caught.
QuestaCon's gonna be so hectic, bro.
Oh, that would be so dope.
QuestaCon's friggin' sales, bro.
Yeah.
Off the chain,
So,
bro.
Floriad's going to be Elau this year.
He's gonna be Elau this year.
Check out these flowers, bro.
She's gonna be so
we are getting Elau up in QuestaCon.
Elau up in this bitch.
So Elau.
So Elau. Oh, it hurts my ears.
I'm so Elau.
Embrace it, man.
Embrace the Elau, bro.
Yes.
Sorry,
Elau.
Shiv. Your pain is our comedy. But yeah, so in Canberra, which is for the people that don't
Canberra's
know,
gonna be the new Amsterdam, bro.
it is the capital of
Yeah,
Australia.
they were.
It's not
a bit of
far
a
from
stretch
me, bro.
to,
It's about 3
be
hours
New
drive.
Amsterdam. They should just build tons of clubs there and make it into like.
That's
a New
probably what'll
Vegas.
happen, man. That's what'll happen. But if you go back into the archives, there is an episode of the Cheatcoders where Nats and I were actually arguing about this point, where I was saying
Legalizing?
that I wanted.
Wait, who was for what?
I was
Were you
I was
saying
for
to legalize?
legalization of illicit.
I'm for
illicit
legalization too.
I think you were just arguing with me for the sake of arguing, because you were like, nah, they
maybe.
shouldn't. They shouldn't.
I
Let's
think
go back
Matt's
to the
argues
archives.
with himself sometimes.
I can't remember who I was for. I just
Hello,
tend to argue.
like Nats was like, which side were you on? You remember what side you were on?
I'm pretty sure I would have been for it, but like now
But that
I'm
was like
doubting
years
myself.
ago. You could
Yeah,
have.
your opinion, your opinion probably changed.
Yeah.
You are right though. I do argue with myself a lot, so you know, I might switch sides. Let's legalize.
What do you
drugs.
guys think about the government wanting to legalize?
I think it's
illicit
great.
substances?
It's whatever, man.
All for it.
Because Garcia, you went to Amsterdam recently, where they have done something similar.
No, actually, I think I was for it. Now I'm remembering my points too, man. Because I was saying that the reason why there's so many overdoses in Australia and so many things is because people are like so caught up in trying to hide the drugs and it's so much security. They end up like taking more and being out of control. Where in Europe, people are a bit more accepting of it.
They're also
even if
a
you're
lot more
doing, like,
educated
whatever,
on it.
A bit more educated. They're like,
Yeah.
they're not there to just, let's just get fucked up and it's just normal. And then people tend to not do as much drugs because of that.
Yeah.
Well, most
I
people.
think the thing to realize, just because it's legal doesn't mean everyone's going to do it.
Exactly.
Not everybody's into drugs, bro.
No.
Yeah.
Like,
Nah,
especially
exactly.
nowadays, I think it's gotten a little bit uncool.
It kind of makes it less cool. Well, if you know, people want to do things more.
I think
'cause you
more
can't do
people
it.
are interested in doing TikToks than drugs.
Bro, and what,
You know
what,
what I mean?
And those are pretty addictive.
Yeah.
bro,
Especially young
What a
people.
place to have that. Like the only place in Australia is Canberra, so you can.
Well,
like, someone
there's
could
the
be-
wilderness too. You
someone
can take
could-
drugs
someone
in the
could be like-
wilderness.
someone could be like, "Can you take drugs here?" And you can be like, "Yeah, you can, bro."
Can't.
Oh,
That's why they call it. They don't call it can't, bruv.
It's Canberra.
Can we get high here, bro?
Yeah, you
Yeah,
can,
Canberra. You know what? Also legal in Canberra? Fireworks. Yes, you
Yeah,
can,
bro.
bruh.
Bro, can we do some fireworks here, bro?
Yes,
Yeah,
you can, bruh.
That's how like marketing.
We should
know
be
what's legal there?
politicians, bro. We should be
Bro,
politicians, bro.
probably half
Yes,
those politicians
you
are fucking
can,
cooked too,
bro.
man.
they're probably microdosing for
Everybody's
sure.
fucking each other and shit. It's
Microdosing for
crazy.
sure, man.
Let's legalize guns in Canberra.
Yeah. Can I shoot my mate, bro? Yeah, you can,
You
bro.
can, bruh.
Nah.
It's all legal here. It turns into the purge. You want to kill someone? Get a can, bruh.
But yeah, I think my whole thing on it is that I think it's good that they're doing it, but what needs to happen is as well that needs to have a bit more education on it, because like the more people know about this stuff and the effects of it, they can make educated decisions rather than just go like, oh, let's just get messed up on whatever, you know, because the same thing can be said about alcohol, where if you take alcohol, you get behind a wheel of a car, then you could definitely hurt somebody or hurt yourself. It's just about moderation and education, because there's lots of stuff about, you know, if you have a certain limit on if you have too much alcohol, then this could happen. But yeah, I think it's a good step in the right direction. I guess we'll plan our next trip to Canberra.
Yeah, bro.
It's another thing, right? It's the same thing with like,
Yeah,
you know
right.
how like prostitution's legal in Amsterdam as well? How it's legal there.
Yeah.
I think when you make something illegal or like not like, it gives more power to like criminal organizations. Like by legalizing it, when you look at like prostitution example, it's safer for sex workers to work there because
Yeah.
they're protected. They got like, you know, there's laws and stuff, that
Regulations
protect
and
them.
shit.
Yeah.
Regulations
Yeah.
and shit. Same with drugs. Like I think during the what was the era when drinking alcohol, the prohibition.
In America.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
that actually gave more power to organized crime, like because they
Yeah.
were the ones like they had full control of it. There was no regulation, and also when there's no regulation, that's when you get like bad drugs being made. People cut it down.
Yeah.
It's substantially
they
more
use
dangerous.
fucked
Even
up,
you can get stuff
fillers
that's
and shit.
fucking like exactly. It's so bad.
Yeah.
Where if it's legalizing is the way.
It's one of those things. I think the whole driving however fast you want. It's you know, we call it a nanny state and shit. We can't even walk outside with a glass of beer in our hands. It's like, oh no, all alcohol must stay indoors and all that stuff. It's very
it's a nanny state.
You know, you really treat us like kids.
It really
it's also really
legalizing
arbitrary
stuff.
as well. Like if you are going to be holding a bottle of alcohol, it's got to be in a paper bag. Like you could be drinking it. Technically, you could be drinking it as long as it's in the paper bag. Fine. Like, no, you're not going to get pulled for it.
I don't know, man.
It's
When you legalize
it
things
kind of
like
makes
this-
Aussies act out more. So what I noticed when Aussies come, like especially new Aussies that come here and they realize things are a bit more loose, kind of just like, oh fuck, you're like kids are like, whoa, we're free, like
Well, exactly.
act out. But then after you're sort of like, oh, is that it? It's not that crazy.
I don't think we acted
that's
up
why you get
when-
people.
I don't think we acted up when we were in Stuttgart, but like walking around with bottles of beer in our hand in streets of Stuttgart, it's like, this is crazy.
Yeah, it's like you're like a kid. You're like a kid in a kid's
Walked past some policemen and they were just like, hey, you
I
guys
didn't
have a
know
good
you're
night.
crazy because I'm not really into walking. Bro, we walked like 50 kilometers that night on a fucking bus. We were like half fucked up. And you go, oh yeah, by the way, we're gonna go on a 50-kilometer hike. Oh, what the fuck? There's Ubers and shit, right?
See, where was the box in Germany?
It's
It was
uphill,
Stuttgart.
bro.
It was in Stuttgart. So we started off in, like, the Airbnb was about 20 minutes walk to the restaurant that we ate at. And then from the restaurant, we went to another bar. And then from that bar, we went to like a pool place, like a billiards and like a game place. And the walk between each of those things was ages.
It's like, hey, imagine if it's like first night, we're gonna have dinner and drinks. 5 drinks in, we go, hey, this is at Rudy Hill or whatever, right?
Yeah.
We're gonna walk to Plumpton Marketplace. What the fuck, bro? We're gonna have a few drinks there, and then we're gonna move to Blacktown.
Which is about 2 kilometers away.
This is some
That's
bullshit.
I hate
That's
that.
like
come
I
to Germany.
hate that
And
shit.
it's
He's like-
uphill.
He's like, I didn't come to Germany to drive 170 kilometers an hour to
I
fucking
know.
walk in a bus to walk for 50 k's. We've been driving 170. Now you want us to
That's
walk?
worse,
People
bro.
driving past us in scooters and shit. Like, fuck. Why can't we be on that?
The thing that I noticed as well is like my brother's mad. Like he's used to it. He's used to walking everywhere because he grew up in London. He lived in London for a while,
walking.
and he's just walking. And we went to get a haircut before the wedding. And there was a barber near where we were, like we'd parked, but he chose to go to one that was about 10-15 minute walk away. And I'm like, why are we going here? He's like, it's just around the corner, it's just around the corner. 5 corners later.
Bro, we went to that barber shop, right? I fucking fell asleep. It's not like I need a shave. But when they're done, they asked Don, like, what's it called? Like, you guys have Instagram or whatever?
Oh, yeah, they asked me if I was a YouTuber.
And then Don gave him the Cheatcoders Instagram.
Yeah.
He's like, ooh, and then they gave him free shit. Like, oh, he's an influencer.
What shit did he give you?
They gave us like free hair gel. They gave us free hair gel. The funny thing is, like, my brother was speaking to them in
You
German.
didn't even promote it.
Yeah, we didn't promote it.
Only
But,
now that it comes up, it's like, oh, by the way, we got Joe. This is the
we
brand.
Because we have a lot of listeners in Göppingen, Germany.
Yeah, exactly. shout outs to Oscars.
He's watching. He's
in
like, I hope he
Göppingen.
mentions our Joe.
Yeah.
It's been an hour. He still hasn't mentioned it.
The other funny thing is,
They're listening to this like, yeah, they're still talking about Germany.
At what point are they going to mention this barber shop?
It's like 2 hours.
Yeah, I know.
2 hours. We even stopped. We even stopped. Raph was
Yeah,
like,
they
bro,
mentioned us. Hey,
Rap's like, I'm gonna put it on the show.
Let's just do it for them, bro. Okay. What's the brand called?
shout outs to Oscars Barbershop in Göppingen, in Germany.
Barbershop in Göppingen.
Göppingen.
In Göppingen. In Göppingen.
But
Göppingen.
the funny thing,
Göppingen out
the other thing
there,
as well.
Shake it all about.
So my brother was trying to speak to them in German, and I don't know. So his best mate was the best man, was getting a haircut next to me, and when he got his haircut, he shaved his head and he's got a beard. And my brother said to Andy, his best mate, he's like, "Hey, you look like Bryan Cranston from Breaking Bad," because that's what he looked like, right? Because with the glasses on and all that stuff. And the barber was like, "What? What are you talking about?" He's like, "Oh, you know Bryan Cranston from Netflix." Netflix. And then when he was saying it to in German, but then my barber and was speaking to one of the other guys, and I think he said to them, he's like, "Hey, this guy's on Netflix."
Give some free shit, bro.
And then he's
on
like, give him more gel.
This guy's a
Apparently
YouTuber.
he's on a show called Breaking Bad.
This guy's
We need to give him some gels.
this guy's a YouTuber, and this guy, he's on Netflix.
Oh, yo, this guy's
More
a Netflix
gel.
star. He said he's breaking out. He's breaking out to be a superstar.
Oh man! And they were just like, "Oh yeah, can we take video?" Like they were gonna video our haircuts and stuff like that.
They
And so
did, eh? They took photos
They took
and
photos
shit.
of our haircuts.
All right. So that means half
did
of this
that.
podcast has sat there like like a stunned mullet, getting a video of their haircut because we are from the Cheatcoders podcast. I'm looking at you, Nats, and I'm looking at you, Don.
The other half is what's it called? No, never mind.
All right, breaking out star. Come on.
Breaking Out. He's from Breaking Out. Look at him.
He's a star from Netflix. He's breaking out. Give him the gel.
Give him the gel.
Give him the gel.
He's promoting it.
It's like the Siggy. He's the Siggy.
He's the Siggy of shit.
Oh, where's that gel I gave you? Give it to him. Running to the back. Give me your gel. Give it to the superstar.
You get louder because give him the gel.
He's on Netflix.
I don't know why. You know the worst part. You know the worst part. They're watching this, and then like an hour and a half in, Rap goes, "Let's stop with the German stuff for now." And they're like, "No, the gel. What about the gel?" He probably turned it off already. He's not gonna hear it, bro. He's like, "They don't even talk about the gel." Oh my god. We waited an hour and a half.
His
Take back the fucking gel.
His workmate's like, my boss took my gel to give it to the superstar. And they didn't even talk about the gel.
We have no more gel. We're gonna close down.
Everyone's hair is standing out in this barbershop.
You fucking destroyed his business, Don. You just wanted to ruin. You should have showed the account, bro. Selfish, bro. You didn't even promote his gel.
Oh mate, they're doing well for themselves. They're fine. They're fine.
I don't know, man.
You sure?
They gave you all their gel.
They gave me all the.
Last gel, bro.
Oh my goodness.
Wow, where'd that come from? That was good.
Oscars, mate. Oscars. I'm trying to remember what it was.
He's trying to find it.
He's trying to find it, and then he's listening to his podcast. It's OSCA. Go spell it. It's the picture with the gel.
Fucking Rap's lost the plot, bro. Rap has lost the plot. Oh my goodness.
Oh man.
That was so funny, man. I can
bro.
imagine
It's
the guy
been an
losing
interesting
his shit,
podcast,
like,
man.
The fucking gel.
The gel, bro.
How could you forget to promote the gel? He gave you a haircut. What the fuck?
That's so good, man.
Oh my goodness.
All right.
You good? How you feeling? How you good?
It's a bit out of control there.
Yeah, mate.
Got a bit out of control there. My bad.
Mate.
Always with the promos. We gotta really get better at that shit.
I know,
Oh yeah. So it's Oscar's barbershop, Goppingen. Yeah.
we went from not promoting him at all to the best promotion that we could give. 110% effort.
It's 52 Grabenstrasse in
I don't know if he wants it anymore.
Go on and check him out, man.
No, for real, for real.
Graben
There's
Strasse.
probably one German person who's like writing it down. They were laughing all around. Shut up! Give me the address.
What's the address? What's the address?
Well, grabbing what?
Graben Strasse.
52. God!
Graben Strasse is jouw zusje. If you want to check him out on Instagram, it's Oscar_barbershop_Koppingen.
He's got a pen and paper
come on,
out.
man. Like,
And it's like halfway through the address, we're laughing our brains off. It's like, ah!
oh, man. Oh, goodness.
All I'm seeing is that, you know that angry German kid gamer, and he's exploding at the game and breaking his keyboard. Guys, I
Just want to
What's the name of that address?
I just want to know the name and the address of this barbershop so I can get to Joe. Oh, man. Tell him the Cheatcoders sent you. And they'll be like, who? The guys from Breaking Bad.
The guys from Netflix.
The breakout superstar. What's his name? You know, Brian Cranston.
Brian. That Brian guy. Brian Kransky.
Brian
Brian
doing stuff.
Cransky, bro. Oh, bro.
Brian Kransky.
No, Brian Kransky. I think it's about a sausage.
Brian Cransky.
Oh, man. Oh, my head hurts.
I love Lost in Translation, bro. This is the best thing, bro. He couldn't get his meal from Burger King. He couldn't get the right promotion right and for the cheek.
Oh, goodness. Goodness gracious.
I'm gonna try that next time, man. When someone asks if I'm an influencer, I'm gonna show them the Cheatcoders account, try and get free shit, and just don't promote
But
it.
like, because the reason why he asked me was because I had my camera out and I was like filming and stuff. And he was just like, are you a YouTuber? And I'm like, yeah, I guess. And then I think it was Ken or like my or Ivan or somebody was saying like, oh, they got heaps of followers and this and that. I'm just like, yeah, sure, I guess.
Can I have some gel, please?
Haircut for free. How much was that haircut, Don?
30 euros for me. 30
not
euros
bad.
for a fade and a beard lineup.
Lots.
Did you get your eyebrows done, bro?
No, I didn't. I got them done before that, though. Before that. I hadn't threaded before that. Thanks, Indian Beauty Secrets.
Shout outs to Shivy's cousins.
That's so good.
His eyebrows look
Namaskaram.
Thanks, man. I always that's the hope that my eyebrows look elo. Oh, goodness gracious.
Eli's look elo.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk. Yeah,
We Elon Musk. Musk Elo.
Kim Jong Elo.
Motherfucker, I'm Elo. I'm Elo.
Oh, bro.
Instead of I'm Millie, it's I'm Elo.